Welcome to Grim Volume, the best place to watch or listen to Dungeons and Dragons being played by real people.
Definitely not AI. Not fake.
Real people, I promise. We are real.
What would you like me to say next?
And we're not, there's no artificial intelligence.
Sounds great. I can do that for you later.
Or anything of that matter. We just want to give you a beautiful story. That's what we're here for. So I hope you enjoy this session as we get into the nitty gritty of it.
End sentence.
Period. That was beautiful.
I'm sorry.
After nearly escaping a brutal battle against orcs and an encounter with a mysterious elf, the party has made their way out of wherever they were and back into the heart of the city, Highwall, to the Harbinger's Hearth, where some of them have stayed to get some drinks and rest up, while 3 of you left to go see about Alon. Pick up there. On the road as Levi, you lead through the alleys.
Right this way.
So you're saying that we've not only lost our only contact here, but Roland's also missing?
Well, I wouldn't say our only contact, but yeah, that sums it up.
What goes on in one night? I don't understand.
Yeah, no. You're making a habit here. I don't like it.
I believe he also said that it was your fault that I disappeared. Yes, he said that it was because you guys didn't do something that he had to come take your friends.
No. Don't think that's the case.
I think it is. Anyway, continue.
Fair enough. Right up this. Here we are.
What am I looking at?
As you make your way across the city, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Traveling through alleyways, across main streets. It's still pretty busy, and you kind of get an idea for how big this city is.
Right.
It's rather large. And you make your way to the wall at a point where one of the towers meets the ground. And after opening the door and climbing up a long stairway, you get to a rather narrow hallway in the stone wall before reaching the door.
Barney, you here?
Yeah?
Hey, this is Barney.
You walk into a room. On one side, there is this curtain, a few tables, and you can see past part of the curtain that's open. What seems like it's just a view into the night outside the wall. The other side is the opposite. You have a view of the city, but the curtains are pretty closed, so it's rather dark in here with a few candles. And on the right, there is a bar and a man with blonde hair. He's just kind of sitting there.
Are there other people in the bar?
Yeah, there's about 3 different groups at a few of the tables. So it's a pretty
Small private bar.
Yeah, there's
Energy.
this could probably fit 35 people.
Okay.
Pretty packed in here.
Okay.
That's most.
Right.
Hey. Kind of saddle up to the bar. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
What happened? Sorry, I chickened out,
Yeah, no. Well, didn't surprise me, so no hard feelings. Hey, is our friend still upstairs? Yeah.
Hey.
I'll come in.
Well, do you mind if we take a look one more time?
Yeah, if you remember the password.
Yeah. I'd like to order the treasure chest.
You don't really gotta say the whole order part, but yeah. It kind of unlatches something and opens up part of the bar.
Well, that's verbatim what Almond told me, so I I guess he's a liar twice now.
Maybe.
Go ahead and lead forward into his room.
You walk past the bar. Behind it, there's a curtain. You walk past, and there is a stairway that goes up. And at the top on the right, there's a metal door.
So the only is this like a stairway to a single location?
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind the door. Be careful when you open it.
When you open the door, you say,
Kind of roll my shield off my back.
Alright. Ready?
You slowly open this door. And then immediately met with this room. The moonlight coming through this long slit, like a window, but you can't see out of it. That just illuminates this bookshelf. For the first time you're seeing this room. There's a rather dull scene. The body of Alman in the room. There's blood, but the body looks like it's been sitting there for a day.
When you say there's blood, is it just signs of struggle, blood everywhere, or is it body on the ground and blood pooled underneath it?
Like that. There is a large, what you would know to be a blade being stabbed through someone. A large wound
Okay.
in the center of his chest.
I'm gonna proceed in with caution a little bit.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, whoever is looking at this body again.
I'm just gonna wait till everybody who comes in. Is Barney coming in?
Won't complain.
Or is he staying out? Then I'm gonna close the door behind us.
Is that investigation?
Yeah.
22.
And I'm assuming that you are looking at this body because you haven't seen it yet.
After I
Fresh eyes.
kind of just make sure the room is
There is a
empty.
curtain. There's these books on the right, and kind of almost like an area to read, and then this large curtain. Behind that, if you look, it is his bed and desk. But after taking a look at this body, it seems as though it's been deceased for about 3 days.
3 days.
Yuck.
We've been here for 3 days.
That's what the body looks like.
Okay.
So
well, that is a sad scene.
yeah, real sad. He promised me he wasn't gonna die too.
How, when did you leave him?
Oh, from what I remember, I left him only yesterday.
Well, perhaps we were in that holding cell for an extended period of time.
Yeah. About our host.
The Raven?
Yeah.
What about him?
Well, Alman had mentioned him earlier when we were talking to Arnold. So.
I was drawing the conclusions
Okay.
as well.
Cool.
Just,
Glad
I
we're on
wasn't
the
sure
same.
if you were
Go
asking.
ahead
No.
and make a history check.
Was that just a him or?
You guys can make it. You can make it. And you, actually, wait. Were you there during the interrogation?
Oh, interrogation?
You were at the
She
camp.
was.
So just you, the two of you who were there.
15.
Zach's
Oh,
notes
the
are there, but
interrogation.
that
Yeah,
would
you
be
love
an
that.
19.
19. You recall a few names being mentioned during this interrogation.
Yes, I do.
The
Crow,
crow.
owl, vulture.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
You do not remember the raven being named.
Oh, okay.
Just
Birds.
a detail. But there were birds being.
Suspicious.
If they're connected, who knows?
Who knows?
Just a coincidence.
Is there any discoloration outside of just normal decay, like perhaps a poison or anything?
From what you can tell with your investigation, no.
Estrella, do you think you could examine Alman's body further. It's more your gifting than mine.
Well, we already have a theory, do we not, Levi?
Yeah, I thought Roland was involved with kidnapping you and Cordine.
Well,
We also suspected that Roland was the one who may have killed Alman.
We don't know that.
Considering you may have said his name when you looked at the body,
You weren't present for that. You weren't.
that was the first time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because we came twice.
No,
You guys
You
left.
came
that was
twice.
after you guys had left. So from what you remember,
Because you went alone to get him, yeah.
so yeah, there were a few different times. What you remember
so many
as
freaking
far
times
as
back to the
yeah.
house.
from as far as Roland being mentioned, the only time
He
other than
did mention
suspicion
Roland.
was outside of the little bar,
Yes.
the speakeasy.
The
Where he speakeasy.
Gladiator.
oh, we know.
Yeah, you know. The only time that it was mentioned, I believe, was him alluding to that, maybe
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
outside of there.
It's nice to know that
Just to make
speakeasies
sure.
are canon in your world.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I mean, we're in one.
yeah. You went through it.
Well, let's,
I just thought there was a lot of books here.
yes, I was thinking that as well. Actually, on that note,
So I'm gonna pull out my hourglass, just plop it down, and begin ritual casting detect magic.
And yeah, magic people got magic stuff, so.
yes, as I'm like kind of like working with it, I'm just like, Alman was saying something about his spell book being here. I would like to find that if possible.
Yeah, me too. And I'm just gonna start looking for some shiny stuff. Anything that looks valuable.
Alright. You doing anything other than?
Standing there and being argumentative? No, not really.
Not 20. Total of
20?
20.
Okay. To look around for shiny things.
Jack, pause.
Just for, valuable things.
When he said shiny things, I said, I'd rather be shiny.
No, I sung that right before we started. What the heck?
Jack and I have been doing this like all week. Like every
Way too.
And it's always me like 30 minutes after.
Yeah. He's getting the delayed
It's about 30 minutes, so
Just passing the brains all back and forth.
There's like a satellite above us. It reaches him after.
y'all are bouncing the brains of hell back.
The Bradley brainwave satellite
That's
The
crazy.
Bradley one brain.
is gonna eventually hit Curtis now.
Yeah, dude. Years later.
It's just gonna
Alright,
randomly.
Kurt, I'm sorry. That was unnecessary. You're much smarter than that. As a correction.
And
I know you're not watching this, but
Kurt is much smarter than Jack.
it is
That-
true.
yeah.
All right.
Just looking for valuables.
And
I'm
you're
just casting detect magic.
So while he's casting that, you're looking around. First, you maybe start with the bookshelf,
Yeah, might as well. Anything.
but not a lot of books catch your eye. These books seem rather boring
Yeah, fuck these books.
for your taste.
Yeah.
Over behind the curtain, by the bed, there is a wardrobe. Looking through it, there's a lot of clothes, but nothing
Not my size.
is super that jumps out to you too much, you know.
Yeah.
There is a desk. You look through, I'm assuming. And there are many things in the desk. What's happening?
I'm just
He's just always coughing with a smile, bro. Coughing with a smile.
Hey, water break. No.
It's okay, my mic's muted.
Ours is
Yeah, because that was like
about
anyone else did.
Scared?
Rachel knew it was coming.
I heard the little.
It's the big one!
The little thing, and I was like,
I'm good. This is gonna went down the right tube.
that's all that matters.
You see in this desk a lot of different papers, a lot of writing on a lot of them, but
Looks like he's writing a book.
there seems to be diagrams, notes, investigations on the Tothu clan. That's what piques your eyes the most.
Snatch that. Save it for later. We'll snack on. Any coin?
Alright.
In the right drawer of the desk, it's 100 gold.
Thief.
He's dead.
You don't have any
Small-
belongings when you're dead.
He also
And a
definitely
small
doesn't
wooden
have a
crate.
kid, so.
A small wooden.
A small wooden chest, like a little box.
Gotcha.
When you open it, it's just full of gold.
Nice.
Nice.
Those are nice. And as he does all that, your detect magic finishes. And on this body, there's no magic.
I'm not as paying attention to the body as I am going to be going through the bookshelves. Also be looking for like hidden compartments that may have residue of them or anything like that, or items around. I'm looking for the spell book that he said he had. That's my main focus.
You look through everything, look around. Yeah, on the bookshelf, there's a book. It's maybe looks like it's seen some travel. Brown book, which has a pretty potent magical aura coming off of it. Other than that, in the wardrobe, there is a hat that seems to be magical.
What does the hat look like?
Looks like, think of like, not exactly like this, so don't get it wrong. You know, one of those hats that just goes to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like you might think of a nightcap, but more of like a gnome's hat. you
Okay.
know, something like that.
Got it.
It is like this very dark purple.
Dark purple. I'll just acquire it and
It's like something
you know,
a
like
bird would wear. If we had a bird in our party.
No, well, that's ridiculous. All right.
If there isn't anything after doing just a once over of the room that otherwise piques my
Yeah.
magic, I would then investigate the bookshelves and the parchments and whatnot, following suit with what he did, looking for more information that is relevant, and also looking for the book on wraiths.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Particular, the book on wraiths, references to any of the bird-like.
I'm guessing you're not looking through book. You're just looking at titles and stuff. maybe?
I wouldn't look.
Because
Cause
there's two bookshelves.
there's lots of bookshelves. I wouldn't just open and read every book, but like
You're just like looking to see.
I'd look at titles and I probably like if one like piques my interest for a moment, I'd grab it, open
Just
it, skim it.
Skim it, yeah. Yeah. Make a perception check.
16.
16. And the book on wraiths was here when you guys came back, wasn't it? It was on the ground. I think so. Yes. Okay. It is not here though.
Okay.
And you said a 12?
A 16.
16. I don't know where I got a 12. 16. Looking through. So there's nothing that immediately piques your interest. Most of this stuff is more just kind of obscure history and not necessarily things that are super like relevant to what you're thinking.
Totally. I'll just wander over to where his private study zone
Yeah.
is by his bed, and you're probably doing your little.
Yeah.
Not. It's after that, but like you're just kind of poking around and stuff. I'll look at the just scattered papers. Are there any like projects, like arcane projects that he's working on?
Yeah, there seems to be some incomplete, drawings of just like maybe drawing out some eldritch
Sure.
pattern.
Someone should finish the man's work. So I'm just gonna kind of gather
Scoop
them.
it up.
Well, have we any need to report this to authority or anything?
No, I was thinking we should get rid of any evidence that he was here. For, just good old fashioned tie rocks around his ankles, throw him in the river.
Well, you have the bag, don't you?
Yeah. Just gonna do that.
Was there anything that you guys found in any... Have you been here before?
Yeah, initially when it was a bit, fresher. But I just grabbed a book, I think.
Nice.
A nice reading.
What type of book?
One on race.
Oh, you got that.
Yeah.
Did we... I'm still trying to gather everything right now.
No, you're good.
Did you Roland's gone,
As far as
as
we're-
far as we know.
Yeah.
Is he implicated in this?
Most likely. Considering there's a giant weapon, gash in his
Right.
sternum, the size approximately of Roland's sword, most
And
likely.
he didn't get the book.
Roland or
Roland didn't get the book.
I left here before. Came back in the morning to find this. But when I was here, Alman was grabbing the book and was presenting it to Roland.
So
Yes. So you left Roland alone with Alman.
Alman promised me he wasn't gonna die.
Okay, well, you can't promise you're not going to die when you
Then why
shack
make
up
that
with a
promise?
soul-eating
Then why
monster.
make the promise? See, he wasn't trustworthy to begin with.
Neither was Roland.
Yeah, but Roland didn't make any promises he didn't break. Think about that. If anything, that makes Roland more trustworthy than Alman.
Definitely not.
Oh, are you gonna help me move this body, or am I just gonna be the one?
well, yeah.
Just kind of shove it from
Yeah.
by its feet.
Gotcha.
Throw it in the bag.
Yep.
All right.
I'll get rid of this. It's better if one person. Well, guards expect a lot of things to be found in the river, so it's best not to be seeing a couple people. It's better if it's just one. So,
I'd rather not be involved in Roland's dirty work.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Is there blood on the ground?
There's clearly what would have been blood on the ground, but it's pretty much dried up now. Seeped into the ground.
Would it be prestidigitation or thaumaturgy or mending to cleanse that?
I've watched enough crime scene cleanup. That's never
Because prestidigitation gets it out of like clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if this is a carpet or.
It's in stone. You can try.
okay.
I'll get down, use shape water, kind of wet the stone, and then use prestidigitation to try to just cleanse it.
You spend a few moments just removing what maybe was blood from the ground. And it seems to go away.
Well, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, we shall. Hey, Barney.
Going down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
We got everything cleaned up in there for you.
Thanks. That's really helpful.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
You gonna keep your lips sealed? How about this?
Of course. Yeah.
Good.
Wouldn't want anything bad happening because of it,
My thoughts exactly.
Wouldn't want guards going here.
Oh yeah. Worst thing to happen. So.
You didn't tell anyone, did you?
Well, he told me.
I did tell Andres.
I picked up on that, yeah. Well, you want a drink or something?
No, I don't like your bar at all. And your food is mediocre at best. So.
I haven't even had my food.
Well, Alman told me that this place wasn't the best for food. So.
I don't believe that. He chose this place specifically because
For the
of
privacy,
food.
not the food. He told me.
I literally gave up my room. For,
Yeah. And you're sleeping where?
Well, now I'm
In one
gonna
of these
sleep up
booths? Okay.
there. So now he's not here anymore.
Oh yeah, serves him right. Didn't appreciate your cooking. But I don't think anyone could, so.
Let us be going.
That's a good idea.
Good night, Barney. Wait, Barney, what day is it?
Today? I think it's like the 21st. I want to say it's the 27th.
27? 3 days.
Yeah, 27th.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, right? Wait. Hey! Scott, is it the 27th? Yeah, it is.
Thanks, Scott. Always reliable.
Alright, you should probably get out of here. I don't
No,
wanna-
I understand.
your
I
face
don't
to
like
be-
these people. So.
Alright, we get it.
No.
He's just gonna kind of walk you guys towards the exit.
DM's kicking you out.
Anything else before you leave here?
I'm just not before. Once we leave the tavern, I'm gonna go and find a alleyway that leads up close to the waterfront and get rid of some business.
Are you guys going back to the Harbinger's Hearth?
I'd say so.
Let's wrap this up before we get back there.
Gotcha. Basically, I'm just gonna.
I don't like losing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use my memory. Back when I was here,
Yeah.
remembering like
Find a good
the best spots where like you're kind of hidden from view, you know, and like
You want-
where the water's deep fast. So
You want access or really hidden?
I'm not feeling like going through all of it. Let's get to accessibility first.
You go down. You're not too far away from the water.
Yeah.
You go to a spot that you know it's pretty close, and
Mm.
it's you don't have to climb over any buildings or anything.
Easy.
But it's not like the most completely private. But you can get there, and there seems to be no one on this road.
Okay.
It's kind of in between two houses.
Any loose stones on the pavement?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna grab those. Start. How do I do this? It's been a minute. Just gonna start tying the stones off with some rope, and then once I got like enough weight, I was like, heavy enough. One more peep. Bring up the body, tie his feet up, and wade out into the water and drop him off.
So where you're at, and where most of the spots at, in this river, as it runs through the Gleaming River, runs through the city. There's stones that lead up to it, and they kind of like not perfectly drop off, but almost completely drop off.
Oh, okay. So I can
And it's
just
pretty deep, so you can just kind of
toss
slide it down.
Yeah. Then I'll do that. Adios, buddy.
It doesn't sink.
And thus ends Almon, I guess.
Rest in peace.
Back at the Harbinger's Hearth, three of you who did not go along with that. Back around when they first left, walking into the tavern, what do you guys do?
Immediately get some good chicken.
Up at the bar.
Turn on your mic.
Oh, that's a good call. That's insanely clutch. Alright, hold on. Alright, you guys walk back in. You said you immediately go to get some grilled chicken.
Yep, same thing I always get.
Alright, you walk up to the bar and it
That's
is.
disrespectful at this point.
Yeah. That's so bad. Alright, it is the familiar face of River, the pale pink tiefling.
No, I talked to her once.
So she's pale pink? Yeah.
She's just sitting there, just sipping on something.
Grilled chicken, please.
Alright. Grilled chicken? That it?
Yes.
Drink?
No.
Alright. Are you all walking in together?
Last session, I had come in and gone over to my usual spot.
That's fine.
Posted up with a beer.
Alright. A beer's brought to you.
No, she handed it to me
Oh,
as I was
right.
walking in.
That's crazy.
Wow. I think I just went and kind of sat at a table and
Right.
was trying to keep eyes on what everyone did, but faded to the crowd.
I mainly wanted to kind of redo the entrance to the tavern because I'd forgotten most of what happened, except for one thing. I forget that. What are you two doing?
I'm gonna walk in, kind of head bowed. You know, it's really too bad about Ren.
Are you just saying that
Is that who you're
loudly
talking
to
to?
everyone?
Yeah, mainly.
Alright. A few people kind of like look over. You just look down at you like, is he drunk?
He was a true friend.
Oh no.
What happened to your friend?
He passed
That's one way
in
to
a
put it.
brutal way.
You see this man,
Cryptic man.
it's kind of like the, like lamb chops type of blonde hair. He passed in a brutal way.
Painful, yes. It's. He had so much potential.
Don't be too sad. You can always drink away the pain.
Classic divorce.
That's true.
What was his name?
His name was Ren.
Ren. He stands up. A cheer to a fallen friend, Ren. A few people kind of.
You sucking.
Oh, what did he? What was he? Was he a human? Elf?
He was like a weird, like, bird thing. Kind of like a bird, yeah. But he
So
like
your pet died?
he wasn't a pet. No, he talked.
Talking bird. He was a talking bird. Most peculiar thing.
Alvin's over there like, that's true.
That's great.
Well, those are the kind of friends you don't forget.
Thank you.
Mostly because you can't replace them.
That's very wise man. Anyways, drinks.
Yannick! We need a sad song to mourn the death of his friend Ren.
I pull out the flute and start beating up a really sad song.
A sad flute song that
So easy to do.
I'm gonna
yeah, so we
get some
flute's just
green
sad.
scale ale if they got that.
Okay. You walk up to the
Yeah.
bar. River's
I'm gonna start like walking around the bar while I play the song,
Alright.
and like close to the dwarf, the duck.
Can I get
Green scale ale,
Yes,
please.
green scale ale? Of
Yes.
course, yes. Green scale ale?
You love that stuff.
Very sorry for your loss.
I can imagine the thing is like some parrot. Just like,
Like you talked? They did.
It's
Oh,
my
you
customers
saw
coming
me,
in
so.
every freaking day to trauma dump on me.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm gonna sit down with perfect sound effect.
I mean, that was my mouth, but I was like,
Wow, that's so that's with
So amazing.
the gorilla.
gorilla.
We're on that.
he is sitting alone at the table, I believe. Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit down. I'm not gonna say anything.
As you go over to him, there's a drink across from the table from him.
Across the table.
He's sitting there. There's a drink like kind of across the table from him.
Not being.
It was just sitting on the table. You got a drink, right? Or no?
Yeah.
He's got a drink.
Is this seat taken?
Has anything happened up to this point? Nothing. So not where we left off.
So, where you left off, there was no drink. Or where we left off, so just a recap, just so we remember. What happened was you sat down. Yeah, so I did confuse a little bit with the timeline,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really matter. Where we left off, there had been a drink that had appeared out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and it seemed like a sip was taken into nothing,
Yeah.
and then it was set down on the table.
Okay.
That's where we were.
Oh,
And then-
the invisible man, right?
Yeah. And
She
it
has just approached.
that-
And nothing has happened since then.
No, that figure that I imagine as a figure didn't say anything. No words were said.
No words were exchanged, just that exchange. And you had said, like, hello or something.
Yeah, I said something like, "What do you want?" I think.
That is a
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Can I sit down?
Yeah, sure.
Is this okay right here?
I think so.
Okay. She's just gonna take a seat.
Are you sitting, like, right where that drink was?
Yeah, I mean that's where I was.
You sit
The bench is squishy.
right on a chair.
Okay.
There's a drink in front of you.
Okay. She's.
You smell something, though.
scary.
I smell something.
Yeah, something smells bad.
I'm gonna lean forward and like smell the
Smells
drink.
worse.
See.
Drink smells really bad.
Oh, it's the drink. Okay.
What is this?
Do I smell that too?
Yeah, you can kind of
Across the table.
once you point something out.
Yeah.
Stomach's turning.
Listen, I'm not entirely sure, but you're gonna think I'm crazy. That drink just showed up at the table. been a long day.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It's not like that. But okay, yeah. I don't know.
What is it like then?
Crazy things happen. It's just you guys had a friend who was actually I wouldn't know that. I didn't see him turn invisible. I don't know. I think I'm going crazy a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm going to go get a new drink.
Okay.
Throw this one away,
Good call.
and I'll be back, but I will sit a little further.
The drink's not mine. I want to be clear. Okay.
I'm gathering that.
Yeah. I think I could use another drink, to be honest.
Would you like me to get you one?
Sure.
What do you drink?
I heard 2 drinks.
What's the most popular thing?
Terrifying.
The most popular thing.
Oh, just the cheese.
Wow, he's still playing the flute.
He's like,
Nah, at this point, he's pocketed it. I'll slide you both an ale across the table.
Whoa.
Thank you, friend.
My dwarf friend. Let's gather around friends in this time.
You're right.
Can you take this one?
Yeah, what is that?
It's disgusting.
I do not like the smell of that.
you.
He's gonna like splash it against the.
I was gonna say Kieran's walking behind him with his chicken. You're ready to be there to make your face bad.
He's gonna splash it against like the wall behind him.
No, you slash it and Kieran's right behind you. Kieran, what you all see as you do this, Kieran, this liquid goes all over you. What you all see is a cup of what appears to be blood.
Oh.
Splashes all over Kieran.
Oh.
Oh, my friend.
That was blood?
I'm very sorry.
So it would seem
Food.
I'll get you a new round.
What?
Tell me.
you should get cleaned up.
Why was that cup full of blood?
You're
That's
saying
a
that
great
appeared out
question.
of nowhere?
Why did you throw it at me?
That was an accident.
Why did you?
But I have heard a story, and I could tell it to you all.
Nah.
A mystical cup of blood.
Bro's trying
Let's
to.
get around first, and I'll settle you in. It's a wild tale.
Bro's trying to distract.
Can't wait.
What is this?
The counter.
Bro's like, quick, divert the attention.
Get a rack or something.
What?
Wait.
Can I get a rack or something? Come on.
Come up to the counter.
Yeah.
That's.
What are you? What happened?
Literally. Blood on me. And my food is ruined.
Like one
Kind of like
tear.
reaches over and just takes the plate somewhere where there's not blood on it. Just kind of leans over and grabs a wet rag.
That's crazy, bro.
Sorry about that.
Old establishment now, yeah.
We're looking to catch a disease.
Walk back to the table, like just trying to bleed myself off.
This happening and being spooked, I'm gonna just be like trying to look around and clock anyone that I think is looking at me.
Okay.
And, like-
Make a perception check.
Awkward.
At disadvantage. It's a very full tavern right now.
I didn't think it could get worse, but it did.
Next.
6.
6. You look around, kind of frantically, and not sly at all. You're just clearly like, nervously looking around.
His name was Baron Red Skull.
Baron Red Skull.
Traveled far, took many lives, and his symbol, a cup of blood, like the one you see before you. Read it in a history book once.
How do you know that the
Sounds
blood
like a
is
fairy tale.
inside the cup?
Well, there was pictures. And
Was it from top
What's a
down?
picture?
like in a book. And
So like a
the
drawing.
drawing, you could see there was blood in the cup.
Oh, okay, so it was actually the top full of blood.
Very much so. Yeah, he killed a lot of people. He was not a good guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
if I remember the history book correctly, he murdered like a ton of innocent children.
Probably where he got the blood.
Yeah, not a role model I can follow. I don't really remember much of it other than the killing.
It's crazy timing.
someone's
That's
hearing
cured in
the
the
story.
background.
That was me when I remembered that it was a cup of blood.
That's crazy.
I'm just gonna use
Ew.
elementism to like make a cup of water just to like
Alright.
continue to clean myself off.
This would have been a great lesson for Ren.
Jeez.
You guys are sitting around the table.
Let me play you a tune, my friend.
Is that the end of the story?
Well, the history book kind of just goes on and on and on about this guy and how he killed lots of people. In the end, I think he just dies to like Imperials or something like that.
Okay, so what
It
is
wasn't
this
really
guy?
a poem. It was more just like a history book.
Can I inspect the cup? See if there's anything like.
Sure.
on
Yeah,
it?
there's blood.
Does this cup just appear out of nowhere
Yeah.
whenever it wants to?
Yeah, there's a little click.
Well, somebody had to have put the cup there.
Okay, not horrible.
He said nobody did.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Ghost.
I've read a lot of books. There's no such thing as portal cups.
Cups.
Not on their own, at least.
It appeared that the cup just
It's not the
Oh, but
conjured and had a sip taken of it.
Portal cup is great.
things aren't always as they seem to be, my friend.
Someone drank the blood.
I didn't know it was blood.
More
I
importantly,
don't know where it came from.
you must have a name.
I'm Val.
Val? Yark. Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Coordinating Ostrak of the Arrowhead Mountains. Dagger of the Swords of Progress.
Oh, that is a title for sure. That is. You.
And yet none of the good ones.
I'm
I
Sereno.
believe that.
Swords of
Hello.
Progress. Swords of Progress.
Okay. What was that song you were gonna do? Let's do that.
Yes, a song would be great.
Serena, tell me more about yourself.
No.
I'm very curious. What?
Sing your song.
Is that persuasion?
See, little half reminds me of somebody.
Can you
There's an
sing your
older
song?
man halfling. They used to come here pretty often. Looked a lot like you, actually. Facial. Obviously, but
What do you mean?
anyway.
He's just yapping the yap.
Tell me about these.
Wait. You can't just keep doing that. You can't say some little piece of wisdom and then just throw it off like it was nothing.
Well, I mean, I've read a lot of books. I know a lot of people. This city's full of adventures. Just one old man,
So it would seem.
just like another old man, like that dirty one over
I
there.
thought you were young.
Dirty Sam!
Dirty Sam. Oh.
At this point, you two come back to the tavern. It's pretty full, busy, but you
Eagerly
see,
inspecting a cup.
with a 15, it seems to be a cup just like the other ones used at this bar.
Nothing special about it.
Nothing appears to be special about this cup.
Well, I'll be. Look who it is coming into the tavern. Come over here, friends.
He threw blood on me.
I'm just gonna pass them.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
We head to the bar where River's sitting. Welcome in.
What is breakfast for the day?
For the day,
Or do you have a consistent menu? I do not familiar with custom.
breakfast this morning was burritos.
Is it still morning?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if I thought it
You
was midday.
specified that it was daylight.
I'm-
You
oh, it
didn't
was?
specify what time.
Okay.
It was
I thought I said it
evening.
was evening.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh,
Did you
my
really?
apologies.
Yeah,
I
then.
think so. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Then-
I think it was evening.
Walk that back.
Okay.
What
I was
is,
trying to
Jen
twist it in a way where I was like, we can say
What
this,
is the special for
Din din.
tonight?
crabs.
All right. Two.
Alright.
And
2 more crabs.
do you have any local or more northern liquor?
Like Ragian?
If that is the word you want to use, yes.
Yes. Would you like the same?
I will just have red wine.
I'll be back with that. Don't want to shout it out. She just gets up and heads towards the back.
Can I do a nature check, see what kind of blood this is?
Well, you wiped all the blood off.
Oh, I saw the rag.
What?
Saw the rag.
The rag? Oh, on the rag?
Yeah.
Grody.
If not, it's fine, but...
How would you try to determine?
I've killed a lot
Taste.
of things.
So like
He's like-
taste?
Taste and smell.
Well, I felt it. More so just kind of like see like the viscosity of it, like the texture of the blood, like see like whether or not it's like a different tone. Because like I know some creatures have different tones of blood,
Or if
something
it's
like
like
that.
sticky.
Yeah, like the
I feel like all of those features just describe how long blood has been out of the body.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, go ahead and make one. Make a nature.
Is it crusty?
This will be.
I'd like to perform a song about the red
Nat
cup of
20,
blood.
oh my god.
I called that.
And that's why the on blood.
Started to call it.
It's human blood.
I called it multiple.
Human blood?
Human blood. Yes, you can tell
The
it seems
usual
to be
nat
human
20
blood.
for me.
Hey, that's a good
Definitely
answer. Now you know what it is.
Have I heard of anybody, rumors of anyone that rolls up with mugs of blood?
Make a history check.
This is
18.
As you begin to perform a song about the cup of blood.
No
Yes,
way,
please.
bro.
Alright.
I'd like to collect coin while I'm doing it.
Alright, so you're going around the tavern.
Mhm.
Alright.
Getting paid.
What's
Mel
that
gets
big
up
bag?
and begins to do a song
17.
about this blood.
What is going
It's a
on
fair
in
question.
here?
Spending a little more time around the drugs.
When she
You
comes
lit
back, it's gonna kind of be like, what is happening in here?
It's a late night. Just regular.
What are they doing?
I think they're just drunk. Yeah. The wine?
Wait.
Is there still a tab open for Roland, or
Yes, there is.
that is for ours? So I can. What is the amount right now?
You can check.
30,000.
I'll be back.
It's gonna be 7 platinum.
I mean, well, it's all. I think Corian has it all.
He does.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much money.
I'm talking about all of his.
Yeah, Roland had like 20 gold.
Oh my god!
His last act of malice.
Putting us all
Hey,
in
bro,
debt.
y'all kept putting things on his tab and he was gone.
He did just
That's
say like
super real.
he did say 1 round of drinks, and we were all like Roland's tab.
Rooms and
it's funny that
everything.
it's
And then he killed all mine.
Actually, Ren paid for his own.
And we don't have that.
Possible.
I know nothing.
Alright.
I paid for my own.
After a few moments of this song being performed, you guys sitting around with drinks. Levi, you make your way back to the tavern. It's busy in here.
Yeah, wait, what are you singing about?
Well, my friend, there was this cup of blood that your friends had, and I thought it was best to perform a song about it.
Okay.
Yeah, just to lighten the mood. They seemed very
Yeah.
distressed.
No, singing about blood, cups of blood.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Well,
great
there was
times.
this red baron, and
Okay.
he had a cup of blood.
I'm gonna walk past.
Alright,
Sit
Wait
down
for the
next to
number.
everybody.
She'll get to you.
She's like,
Hey, Dean. Hey, I got something for you.
A gift.
Pull out the feather. It's the only thing that was left. Thought you might want it.
He's gonna get up and give you a big hug. Thank you, brother.
Is that at like the waist?
Yeah.
Just kind of pat your head a little.
Face is going into like your belly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, you're okay.
Yeah, so much to learn.
Yeah. It's weird. He's not smiling right now. I just don't know what to think. I think he's human for a dwarf.
Thank you.
Yeah. No worries.
Really means a lot.
What's just feather? So, do we all want to talk about what just went down under?
I'm not at the table.
I, for one, would like to be a part of
You're
that
not at the
conversation.
I'm at the bar.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're,
sorry.
yeah, we're at the
I thought she was bringing you her.
No,
He's waiting for the
I
number.
was
We're sitting
waiting
at
for
the
the
bar.
receipt at the bar.
Yeah. Just talking to everybody else here. Yeah, that dude was something else, huh?
Yeah.
And that, I kind of lean into all of you guys. That Lipa lady, we gotta worship her in our midst. Just kind of like point over to Estrella. So,
Yes. Well, that's not something
No,
I'm
no.
particularly concerned about.
well,
I've seen many people who may use the power of the god, but does not always embody their actions in the best way.
Then why did the god grant them power?
My God.
I don't know. It's just a question.
Sometimes it does. The power is revoked.
Yeah.
Other times, they may be acting in the god's will without knowledge.
Every time that Estrella has talked about her, she's made her sound very different than that.
Okay.
So I don't exactly know what to believe.
Yeah, no. Well, I know what I saw.
I know that. Right, but we also trust Estrella, do we not?
After that? I don't know. I mean, I want to ask her a few more questions about her practices before I go ahead and place in trust with anyone who likes to torture friends.
It's also
Associate
possible
people.
that giant pillar was some sort of arcane object.
Yeah, could have been.
Jack, was I there for any amount of time before this, or was that my first encounter with the arena too?
You had woken up there as well.
Okay, so that was my first time experiencing all of this.
Just food for thought, though. How's that chicken? Nice.
The method acting is
You have a talker.
It's crazy.
Hey Val, how did you get down there?
I don't exactly
Pissed now.
remember. One moment you're doing your own thing, and next moment you find yourself waking up in the pits underground. So
Were you looking for anything, or did they find you?
they found me. I would think I was not going out of my way to interact with them. That's for sure.
Yeah, what are you, dude? What was that I saw down there?
Yeah, still sort of coming to terms with what all that means, to be honest.
What?
Your guess is as good as mine. But
Well, my guess is you turn into a monster when you get angry. Is that something? Is that accurate?
well, I haven't seen it. So
Okay, it's not pretty. So don't.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
I choose to turn into it.
Okay.
From what I've heard, it retains some part of me, although I don't retain some part of it. So
Okay. Were you
You-
born this way, or like?
no, it's kind of foggy. I don't. It's a recent thing.
Okay.
Don't really know what caused it.
Sure. Just thought I'd ask.
Yes, you might try asking the other thing. Maybe it'll have some answers.
By the way, your eyes are bleeding black.
Up at the counter, River approaches you. Piece of paper. Well, for 4 rooms, 27 various drinks, 10 dishes, and tonight's drinks and meals, 39 gold pieces, 6 silver, and 1 copper piece.
What's not that bad, huh?
Well, here, use 15 gold for now. Roland should be able to pay the rest of it, but I know that leaving tabs with no payments towards
I have some of his money.
Are you up here with me?
Oh, no, I'm not.
We're at the bar.
I got confused with the placements.
They're up at the grown-ups bar, so.
Games that ever teleport
Where
in
the
all of
kids
the
sit.
years.
I am always teleporting.
Yeah, we are.
Just
Where are the
take
kids
this
sitting?
as the establishing payment, and he'll continue to
Well,
take care.
not exactly how a tab works. Usually you pay it off. It's already been quite some time.
Oh, well, I just figured that since he hasn't paid much of it yet, or any of it, I assume, I would just help out a little bit. But if you don't want my gold,
Where is he?
I don't know. I'm looking for him.
So he's missing. Well, then that's a kind gesture. Thank you.
15.
Hopefully he returns with the rest.
And I take the crab and the drink. You want to go to rejoin with the others? Is there space at the table?
Yeah, it's a big table.
At this point, I'll kind of make my way back. Flick all the coin onto the table, or just kind of dump it onto the table.
There's like 2 gold, a couple silver, some copper.
Hey, better than the other band I know.
Talent.
Quite the host.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that
Just
could
kinda
go
plop
towards
it
the tab.
Oh yeah, who's paying for that?
Roland.
Right, who's paying for that?
I started.
I've got his gold.
Nice.
Which I need to check
Let me swear that out. Nice.
So,
Cordon's counting.
Why is it in the trash? It was like 20 gold. Why is it in the trash?
Because I wrote it down on the character sheet
Yeah.
and then threw the
In the
signature.
trash.
So
Nice, good job.
Into the trash.
Catch my play right there.
yes,
Digital, baby.
So I'm like, I don't need that.
So, what are you doing? What is our next direction? Looks like
Well, I mean,
We still have a job.
do we want to talk about anything? Do you guys have any insight about what happened down there?
Before we talk, I just
Yeah.
before we were rushed, I felt, and I didn't get to properly introduce myself.
this is the music man, yes?
Yes, I'm Yavik.
Yeah, but you were in the sand arena, yes?
Yeah, and we met before when he turned into a duck, which unfortunately
Was I present for that?
Yes.
Yes.
later on I learned was a trick. I was very excited.
It's not a trick.
He just can only do it on certain lunar phases.
Right.
A weird.
I personally am an aspiring historian and poet writer and songwriter of sorts. And I found interest in all of you, and it seems that you get yourselves in a lot of trouble. And I'd like to accompany you and write down your expeditions.
So you're gonna snitch on all of our illegal activities?
View it more as like keep records of your
Excellent.
successes.
Are you gonna write a song about me?
I may already be working on one.
That'd be cool, actually.
Make it good.
Well,
What if we each had like our own song?
and we
Oh,
played it
like
at the
little-
beginning of the session for the intro.
Yeah.
Like a little, like jingles, like.
Yeah, like a color bean is not a duck.
Okay.
It be
You know,
I don't give up.
Insane, bro. That was like a chant. That was a chant. Quarantine is not a duck. Quarantine is.
What chance? That's a bit more.
Cordy,
Less
did you
melodic.
happen to go to Bard College?
Bar college?
no. Spent my entire life learning how to kill hedgehogs.
Pursue a musical career, my friend.
Perhaps I will. I'll
You
look
have a-
into it.
Don't.
Beautiful voice.
Don't.
Thank you.
He does have a bit.
No.
I feel like I should introduce myself too.
Yeah.
It's
Quarantine.
just kind of
We're done. Okay, we're done.
We'll work on that.
It's a dwarven classic.
I would love to hear it at some point.
Yes, I don't think I recognize you.
I don't recognize you. Valerius Oz is the name.
Andres. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Were you? How did you meet us?
He
In-
was in the pit.
In the ring.
You were
Yeah.
the creature.
So I've been told?
The creature feature.
Yes. You did
not
not just say creature feature.
You fought quite well.
Thank you. I've come to learn that. If
Alongside
nothing else, it's useful.
What exactly was that?
Your guess is as good as mine. I was just talking to your friends here. I assume you're out. Yeah. Friend.
something or other.
Yeah, it's maybe I don't know. I'm looking for answers too.
Well, between you and the graceful presence that you were, I think freshness. I don't know. It helped me a lot. I can't account for the rest of you,
Yeah.
but we all survived for the most part.
When we're in the arena, he stayed smelling pretty good.
I barely survived that.
I prefer to be more of a background character. I won't interfere very much. Just when I can see that you might be in danger.
An observer.
Don't let me get in the way.
Well,
Cordy just watched. I was just getting railed on.
He's gonna whip.
I-
He's gonna whip out a no. He's gonna whip out a book and just start like writing, observing like each of you.
And I didn't even have my shield.
He's
I didn't
just
have
gonna be
clothes.
eyeing you as you write stuff down, just like peering over your shoulder, like seeing what you're writing.
You
I'm gonna kind of like look at you.
You lot have quite the skill set.
Watch yourself.
Quite the eclectic group.
I just heard.
What?
I just heard things. Very badly.
Okay. Alright. Guess yours are not as unique then, but a lot of you seem...
No, he's the only boring one here.
Okay, yes, good to hear.
I have a lot of questions.
I don't have a lot of
What
answers.
are you
I don't think
doing
anyone
an
does.
interview or something?
Yeah, actually, I have some.
How was he supposed to write the songs?
Well, Javik,
I don't want him to.
if you could hold on the questions for a brief
Of course, yeah,
moment.
I'll be in the background.
We should figure out how we're going to approach what we came here for.
Before we get there, do we want to talk about
I
anything?
think
About
we
that
should.
moment, the
Yeah.
doors fly open.
Okay.
Olin flies
Turn
in.
around.
And
It's Ren!
the tavern kind of dies down.
Is it like a loud
Turn around real
crack?
quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna look towards the door.
It's an eye. It's an eye turning
Aragorn
type of.
entrance.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna look
No.
forward. Look towards
Not-
the door.
Not at the top. You guys see 3 figures
Oh, great.
enter. Tall. Blue robes. Blue cloaks. Different shades of blue. So a dark blue and a light blue. There's 3 of them. 2 of them with hoods. One of them, his hood is not on, and he has a very chiseled face. With blonde, short hair. They all stand at about like rather tall height of maybe 6'8",
Dang.
6'6". As they enter, most of the people kind of quiet down a little bit. As they just kind of walk and slowly make their way, like, kind of like around the room towards the bar.
Do I recognize these guys?
Who are these
Okay,
guys?
Do
Can
I?
I ask the same question?
If you would like to make a history check, go on.
I don't think I'd have the facilities to make a history check on
seven.
Got
this.
the facilities for that, big man.
17.
17 as well.
22.
22.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm character. I'm just kidding. It just loaded. Let's see. 21.
You are confident you don't know who these are.
Very cool. Feel better about that.
You are also confident you don't know who these are. You don't know who these are. You're pretty confident.
Okay.
You're pretty confident you do know who these are.
Okay.
As they walk through. Anyways, there's still a little bit of noise. People are still kind of talking a little bit, but it's just much.
How are they, like, approaching the room? Are they just walking in to get drinks, or are they, like, looking around?
They're looking around as they make their way towards the bar.
What I was trying to say before the entrance was we should probably find a place a bit more private to talk about things.
Yeah, we're supposed to be on Ron's room.
That sounds
I know.
appropriate.
Shall we go to one of the upstairs rooms?
Sure, yeah.
Not all at once.
For sure, yeah.
Care if I tag along?
All of you should come probably. Who's got the biggest room?
There's one room that could suit 4 for sleeping. I looked in all your rooms.
Yeah, you guys could head up to room 27. I think it's still in ours.
3, 2, just
As these men kind of make their way past you all.
I'm gonna find, like, watching this group of guys, I'm gonna find Dirty Sam.
They're right now happen to be walking right by you guys.
Okay.
And one of them is the one that, you know, doesn't have hoods. He kind of turns to your table. Just looks at all of you.
Looking at me.
Are any of you like purposely hiding your faces?
Yeah.
I would.
No.
I would
I'm
be
staring
holding
right
my.
at him.
I'd have a crab leg, just kind of like.
Yeah, I'm
look
looking-
up.
I am
I'm
head
looking
down,
as well.
looking at my drink.
I just stood up to leave the table, so obviously.
Can I help you?
Why would you just kind of looking at you?
Hey,
What's your name?
Dylan.
Make a deception check.
That's crazy.
Dylan?
22.
isn't that the ogre's name?
He looks across the table.
You,
I'm looking for someone.
nice. Who are you looking for?
Looks just like you.
Okay. What for?
His name's not Dylan though. I don't think yours is either. Isn't that funny?
A little bit.
What are you?
Hilarious. You want a
Looking-
drink, or are you just talking for a bit, or?
I know who these guys are. Silas could use a little bit of an update. If you wanna text me something or.
I do not know your own character knowledge.
Did you not read your backstory?
There's a lot to read. There's a lot to read.
Is that the circus? Are we about to get performed on?
That's a circ.
Yeah,
They like
You
start doing
already did get
acrobatics.
performed on.
Like bring out hoops. A
We're
little
gonna
monkey.
start busting down.
Yeah, dude.
Cute.
Yavik's been performing on you guys since day one.
A whip.
Whip.
Bridge.
What?
Oh, so I just had some PTSD, bro. That's the look that I had when you guys dropped the Tathu clan. Maybe just trauma.
As you guys kind of all said a
PTSD.
few little things. What's his name?
This one over here.
What's my name?
I met him at the bar a little while ago. Goes by a couple of names. Dylan's one of them.
I'm sure it is.
Do you have any coin?
He's pretty annoying.
Why?
Unfortunately, we can't give it to you then.
If I may, I believe his full name is Dylan Greyhorn. That's what you're looking
Dylan Greyhorn.
for.
If I may.
My friends call me Bob. Bob Dylan Greenhorn.
No.
That's canon.
Lorena's gonna stop looking at
If
him.
I may ask, the one you're looking for looks like our drinking buddy. What are you looking for him for? Is it a criminal?
Yeah. Criminal.
Well,
Mostly.
He's only criminal because he's so good looking. But other than that, I think he's clean.
Do I believe?
Please don't
I
be
don't know. You still owes me a few coins.
Make an insight check. Criminal. Or lost child. Shh. A criminal or a lost child. Need to bring him back home.
Yes.
If you find anyone who looks like him.
Lost children are so sad.
They are, aren't they?
You know, there's a poem about lost children.
Is there now?
Yeah, it says.
You should tell it to me.
Yeah, it says like, lost at sea, drifting are we. Rest blanked me. Oh,
Well, it starts amazingly.
thank you. Lost at sea,
Sounds like a
drifting are we.
Does Levi look uncomfortable? Like more so than normally awkward that he does.
I mean, if he owes you money, take him.
Not anything you can read on the surface, no.
Okay.
You wouldn't be opposed if we did.
Well, as
No, he
of
must
right
have been
now,
drinking a lot.
as of this past few days, he's joined up on our adventuring party.
But he's
so-
just a drinking buddy.
Well, right now he is, yes. We met him in the last few days, and we're going to go out on the different journeys. And
Well, I don't think he can go with you.
why is that?
Is he sick?
I hope not. We need to take him somewhere.
And what
Yeah, fat chance, buddy.
what authority do you have over him? He's a free man.
The man you think you know, your drinking buddy, Dylan. It's not who he is.
Well, what's his name then?
What's your name, Dylan?
Bob.
I'll be seeing you.
Okay.
Before you leave, what would your name be?
Enzo.
Enzo. Thank you.
Does that sound real?
Got it? Yeah, got it. Check that.
Sure.
And Enzo, where would you be from?
No.
Another place. He's gonna kind of turn around, and the guys at the hoods are just gonna follow him to the bar.
Interesting fellow, that Enzo.
What the heck was that?
You've been
Wow,
nothing but trouble.
Levi, when we got together, we said we would talk about groups that could pose as a threat, and I don't remember you talking about something.
You're bringing a lot of trouble.
Well, actually, he mentioned multiple different groups. It could be one of those.
Yeah, that was a circus, guys.
Oh, wonderful.
It's very circusy.
They look like they want to kill you.
I'm taking you back to the circus.
I thought
No,
circuses
they're
were
not
supposed to
taking me
be
back to the circus.
fun and.
Okay, what was that?
What's a circus? Don't worry about it. Should we leave?
We should kill them now.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
You can't just do
A
that.
bit of a jump.
Well, I mean, what we've been doing.
I would rather not have
you guys
attention brought.
I
Is
am
there-
very limited on resources right now.
I'm still processing the fact that we were thrown into a gladiator coliseum, stripped of our clothes, dressed in basically sackcloths, and then fought and killed things against our will. So
That's-
no, I am not entirely ready to just randomly kill some people. I'm sure they're a threat, but no, not
Let's
right
keep
now.
our voices
Okay.
down when we're talking about killing
Let's-
people, okay?
Let's
Well, I'm
Cool.
sure the worshippers of Lipa weren't
Levi,
doing that
Levi.
neither. So
let's go upstairs.
Let's cool it. Jeez.
2 by 2. A few people can stay down here for a little bit to kind of see if anything else happens, and then we'll go upstairs and we'll talk, and then we'll come back down.
27?
But
Room 27?
127.
yeah.
you and me,
I'm gonna
mister,
get up.
are going up
I
now.
was gonna
So,
say Dean,
let's
Levi.
go.
First he gets up.
Yeah.
You guys go right after him.
Dean and Levi.
I'll go last.
Whenever
That's what
I
was gonna say
walk
last time.
past the first like post that would be between me and them, my coat's just gonna change colors. I'm gonna keep going upstairs.
You head towards the back.
Yeah.
I hope we don't see that.
You see one of the hoods kind of just look over towards the door. As Enzo seems to be talking to River.
Just green leather duster at this point.
Does River, as I'm kind of watching them talk, does River like do like the look at our group and look back at them that you would do if we were talking about the
Yeah,
group?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
No, we're cooked.
Come on, Dylan. We gotta have some talking to do.
Yeah, thanks, Dean.
Of course.
No worries. Your friend Dylan's walking with you.
Your friends.
Are you guys going upstairs?
No, it's just.
Okay. I'm still just kind of hanging out, keeping an eye on them.
Is there a window to this room? On room 27.
There better be because people got. Oh, that's right. They didn't do the window.
Who's following after them?
Yave, you want to?
Let's go, my friend. I'll
Come with?
stand up and start to go up the stairs.
I don't leave him.
That's why I said come with.
I was talking to the giant.
We'll go up.
After you, then.
You can go in the back.
Val, did you already leave?
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
he's
That
the
was the
first one
first.
to go.
Oh, he was first? Oh.
I
Y'all
didn't
were
know.
talking too much.
Yeah, you guys were clapping right in front of my face.
Alright.
Okay, so we're just kind of.
Yeah,
Are
I'll
they doing any? They.
yeah, I think I'll stay an extra 5 minutes after the
Yeah,
last
me
one.
too.
Yeah. Alright, so the rest of you pretty in short spurts go up there. You're the first.
Yeah.
As you're walking, you find room 27.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give it a knock before I open it and just make sure I didn't mess up on the rooms.
You knock on the door.
Come in.
Yes. No way, bruh.
I'm gonna. Sorry, wrong room.
No, I don't think it is.
Then there you say.
At this point, are they walking up?
Yeah, you see a couple of them behind you.
There seems to be a dying squirrel that can talk in the room.
Oh, Dirty Sam. He's friendly. I like Joel.
Good old thing.
Dirty Sam.
You walk into this room, it's dark. There's a candle on one side. Sitting in a chair, legs crossed, smoking on a pipe.
He's in the room.
Dude, Dirty Sam, what is he doing?
How was it?
Sam, we
What happened?
didn't find Sonny. Hey,
That's fine.
Sam.
I expected that to happen.
Okay.
I was ready for that.
Yeah.
You know,
I knew Sonny was dead.
Sam,
I knew he was dead.
I
Sam.
have a poem about lost children.
Can we shut up? Hey, Sam. Could we talk about maybe you watching some people for me, real fast?
I can do that.
There's this group of 3 guys all in the matching outfits, look real cute, circus-like. Could you keep an eye on them? And could you let out your signature yell if they start walking up to our room? Yeah. Okay. Here's 5 gold for your job.
Okay, don't cry. Don't. You're gonna ruin the wood. Out the door.
Was I present for Dirty Sam?
No. Oh no, yeah, you weren't.
Who is this?
He's not dead.
This is a good friend of mine. This is Dirty Sam.
Sonny's dead.
No. Neither of you actually was there. It was.
It was-
Ren was there.
No, it was only like 3 people that went and actually
Yeah.
talked to him.
Yeah.
So we're not
But we
even
all
present
died
for that.
laughing.
Yeah, I think it was.
And Levi, who is
So then
this?
Ren and Levi were the only 2.
Who is this?
Who?
The gnome.
Oh, this is Sam.
What dirty?
He's
Sam?
dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the
He
same
going to
dirty.
give us privacy.
No, he's good. We went to go find his. Okay.
Val's gonna walk up to Dirty Sam and just like very sturdily hand on the shoulder. There's nothing I could have done. Hey, crying's not gonna help. Get your act together.
Actually, Dirty Sam. Actually, I believe crime will help. I found that.
I'm not crying.
He's like, you motherfucking shut
I'm
up.
not crying.
It's giving that little girl, and the mom was like, "Are you crying?"
You can do
She's
it.
like, "I'm
Right there.
What?
You got this.
Let's give you something to focus on.
Out the door. Go ahead.
Go watch.
not
Go
y'all
watch this.
ushering the grieving father out."
Oh, hey, have you
Yeah,
seen
they're blue.
you seen 3 people before? About 6'8" something. Hunting down people.
When you're down here. Alright. Yeah. It's fine. Sam.
I'm gonna like usher him out.
Yeah. I'm doing that. and-
I'll hand him off to you.
Cool. I'm gonna prop a chair.
trains of people coming up. So
I'm gonna prop a chair up against the handle to lock it. Mark.
You're on the other side.
Okay. I slide a few more gold under the door.
I'm gonna.
Brian immediately stopped.
Val checks the chair and makes sure it's like perfectly holding the door
we
shut.
all in
Just
here?
an FYI,
No.
we're not there yet.
We're not there.
Oh, you're not?
No.
No,
They said they were
not
gonna make 5
up.
minutes.
Oh, they'll knock.
Oh, yeah.
Cause yeah, everybody
We're all
knocks at
pick
this
the
party.
lock.
Pick the lock and get
Yeah.
caught on the.
With the door.
Personally,
You walk.
personally, I think we should have comforted Dirty Sam a little
Okay.
more. He's a local father to a lot of us.
I do appreciate the
entitled to that
sentiment
opinion.
there, but right now we're
We need
thinking about
privacy.
an individual's life and death. So
Dirty Sam has got a lot of vision down there.
yeah, well, he also has already dealt with the death that is in the past. So Levi, what are we working with here?
Yeah, no, these guys are, you know, used to do, some trapeze tricks and stuff, flips, walking on tight ropes. These guys trained me to do that, and they kind of want me to come back.
Is this all a joke to you?
No, actually,
Is,
it's pretty serious.
is there anybody who has answers that's gonna take it seriously?
He has a tendency to make light of very heavy situations.
Yeah, so they want me back to, perform and do some more tricks and stuff. Because I was, let's be honest, one of the best.
What do you like, their dog?
No, that's the dog that they have.
So then, why do we need to kill them?
It would just make me feel a lot better.
So what part of the circus is, what is the word I'm looking for? More than just employment.
Okay.
Because clearly
This
this
is a-
wasn't just you working for them.
No, yeah, like they, I mean, they're a pretty serious circus.
What would be sorry, not trying to intrude, but the name of this circus?
The prancing tiger.
Can I insight check that? It'll fail, but I'll try. 16. With a +0.
Seems genuine.
Yeah, sure it does.
They're just really committed, and they don't like that I left the way I left, especially not Enzo. So
How did you leave?
Why would you leave?
okay, I left about a year ago. Did I? Not today. was like a year ago.
A year to the date.
And I took something
Okay.
There it is.
that they are interested in getting back.
What's that?
Before you tell us what you took,
You guys are here.
leave the
I'll
door.
go. I go up to the
Check.
door. Fingers.
Let me in.
Who
It's
is it?
us, stupid.
How do we know?
Kill yourself.
I just called you stupid. Of course it's me.
3 cloaked figures.
I just like open the door a little bit.
They take Andrew.
Just gonna push the door open
Dude, I didn't.
All 3 darts.
Just gonna slam the door shut after you two.
So where we were, before you tell us what you took,
Of course you took something.
what was the reason why you took it?
That's a valid question.
I wanted it. Yeah,
So it was just theft.
sure.
Desire.
That's great.
Levi, just to be clear with you, I understand that you like the dryness and vague sarcasm, but when it comes to you wanting us to actually be there for you,
Yeah.
can you have a bit more of a concrete reason?
Not to defend him, but it is a type of coping mechanism. Clearly,
I know,
there's a
but
level of
that's
stress.
That's all that he really knows how to do is cope, and I want him to heal,
Okay.
if possible.
Well, thanks for y'all's therapy.
I just want
appreciate
answers.
You have to be honest right now.
it. Okay. It wasn't a circus.
Oh wow.
Okay, well, scratch
Ooh,
those
shocker.
What?
dots. Wait. Does that mean the name wasn't, what was it, the
It
tiger
was,
something?
it was not the prancing
It's
tiger.
definitely not.
Prancing tiger?
I made that up just now.
Gotta scratch that out too. You know, ink is expensive.
I mean, just wait till the conversation's
That
finished,
name
then
was
write it
just-
down.
Off the top of your head?
Right?
That's
Levi.
impressive.
Yeah.
Besides the facts, continue.
I grew up in an orphanage around here.
Here?
Yeah.
In this city? Highwall?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. We were neighbors. I think. Maybe. How long were you here?
My whole life.
Okay. And you're like, what, 80?
Oh, no. 25.
Well, I was here for about 80 years. Around. 9. Anyway, these guys took me in and they taught me some strange stuff. And I was entrusted with something by a friend. And I'm holding on to this thing for them.
You still have it?
To be clear, for them, and I point downstairs, or for the friend?
We're not friends anymore. But now I can't get rid of it.
What is that?
Can
What
I
is it?
make an assumption?
Feel free to.
Is it what comes out of here?
Yeah. It's kind of the.
So, how would they intend on taking that back?
Your guess, as he has said many times tonight, is as good as yours. They might kill me. They might torture me. They might mind control me. It could be a lot of different
Are they
things.
capable?
Yeah, pretty capable.
I just want to make sure I'm on the right page. Is that the magic that you use?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll write that down. Okay. Magic gifted by evil
Some
orphanage?
Evil orphanage. Yeah.
Evil orphanage.
Levi,
Crazy.
how many of them are there in total? Is it just those 3?
I don't know. The night I left was kind of hectic.
So it's more than that.
So it's a group, like a large group.
What is her
Yeah.
name actually?
Okay.
It's not the Lion's Masquerade, I assume.
No. And it's better if you don't know the
That's
name.
his first one.
I'm not gonna even know the name.
No.
We might be able to help you.
I understand, but I don't get with you guys right now on a level that is, let's just say, trustworthy.
Well, you're asking us to kill him, man. So.
Well, you seem down to kill people, so I
I
thought
don't kill for no
Well, then
reason.
let us ask you a fair question then. What is it that you need to get with us?
I'll get back to you on that, but you just want to kill these guys with me.
I'd like
Well,
to
I'm
make
not
myself
going to
clear.
kill anyone
Yeah.
for you, so.
I also agree with her. I prefer not to kill anyone.
Okay.
Just fine. For the boat, of course.
Any
Did they
takers?
hurt you?
Sometimes, yeah. But they also taught me how to do what I do. So. Anyway, this guy Enzo, he's like this weird kind of father-like figure to me, but like also is like a crazy psycho. So let's
So
just.
you have daddy issues.
No, there's no father in your life. There
Would you
aren't
like me to write it down?
Oh,
or-
that's not how that works.
Don't talk to me. You're not my therapist. Anyway, we should get out of here before they have us cornered.
Wait, how long ago did you leave?
The orphanage.
Them.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Okay, so technically you still look the same to them, or
No, Enzo's got good eyes.
okay. So pretty much he knows it's you.
I would imagine.
I
Perfect.
gathered from the attitude.
That's awesome.
We
Um,
should get out of here.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're still down there,
Well, it's a public place. They don't like to work in daylight. So if we can get somewhere hidden,
how do we know
How
they're
big
not
is the
going to
wall?
follow us?
Outside.
I know this city pretty well. I might be able to find a
So
friend.
do I.
Okay.
Are you
well,
gonna check?
it's not
Yeah,
a
I just
competition.
dragged my sword.
It definitely is.
Well, let's go play hide and seek and see who gets caught.
You like to drive your sword into the wall?
Yeah, the one leading outside.
I mean, your sword probably isn't just gonna be able to drive through wood.
It's a +1 magic sword, but like, I mean, I'll put force into it. Just trying to get a gauge, see if we can just make an escape hole.
Just break through the wall.
As you try, it seems like it's a pretty thick wall. Like it would take a little bit to like, completely bash down.
Don't do that, yeah.
Don't think we need to vandalize the place. Like he said, it's a public area.
Yeah, I actually really like this tavern. So. I'm very close to it.
Nice.
It's a nice tavern.
Yeah, it is. I've been here a lot. I've performed here.
Yeah, okay, so we
Well,
find
we
an
have-
alley and get out of here?
May I
Yeah.
remind you guys, we have quite the agenda here.
Yeah.
We need to go to the museum,
Right.
take something.
Well, we can deal with that once we've rested and figured out if we need to worry about them on our back.
First, we need to find it.
Are we still forgetting that we were just thrown in a coliseum? Are we
That
forgetting
kind of
that?
stuff happens all the time.
We're
I
not
was
forgetting.
getting to that. We
We're
also
not the
have
Does
forgetting
not.
about the Colosseum.
Jack, do
but
I know what the museum is?
Wait.
was-
Yeah.
I was getting to that. We also have to
I know where the museum is.
kill a few people.
So
Or-
do I.
we are also
He said you needed to know where it was.
all sorely, well, for the most part, all sorely in
talked
need of
about it.
rest.
Yes.
None of us are going to be doing anything until that happens.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm leaving before we rest. So
I'm not talking about here. I'm saying we go somewhere else.
yeah. I know a good. We could split up a little bit. I know a lot of taverns around here that are a bit shadier, lower. We can give you all directions.
Do you guys have enough to close out the tap?
I don't think
we
that's
already-
our worry right
we
now.
already did that
Tab?
actually. I think.
No.
Oh,
You paid 15. It was 30.
I thought
We
Dean
paid- we
went
paid
over with his
35.
leftover.
I didn't go over there. Just mentioned
50.
I had it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
How much?
The trash.
Wait, you said there was 15?
I just
So there's
Roland still doesn't have enough.
so there's 19
Two
left. right?
cloaked figures on either side.
You
of
paid
it that
15,
look
there was like
familiar.
39 something.
Well, yeah, nothing.
What?
Those two figures beside Enzo look familiar. Like we're able to see their profiles. Like
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
17
Oh, I saw it.
attack.
oh, let's forget about that guy. Yeah, that's 12.
So, the figures themselves, even including Enzo, what's familiar to you is their garb.
Okay.
Not the people themselves.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, is there any chance I would have heard of the orphanage he was talking about in my upbringing, even if it's just rumors or names as he's describing it?
You can make a history check.
My favorite part.
15. No.
Okay. So, I would love to stay, but I don't feel comfortable right now.
We're not asking you to stay.
If you give me the gold, I can close out the tab.
Gonna walk out.
Here's the 20 that he had.
Oh,
It's not quite enough.
I'll
but
follow.
we only need 2 more. I'll cover the last 2.
Guess I'm going
such a
with.
good guy.
You're gonna like open the door and start heading down towards the bar.
I mean, he already left, and then they left.
Okay,
So you're all kind of like lining.
Where are we
Yeah,
going?
Dipping.
I do not know.
I'm gonna try to leave last to like maybe. I haven't been seen with him a lot. I'm gonna try to keep it that way.
I'm gonna go with Kieran.
I want to try to catch up and stay right
Try to-
next to Levi.
All right, you kind of run up.
Through the gate.
So where are we going?
I'm gonna catch him or something.
We're going on a little field trip courting. One of my favorite old spots.
Awesome.
I'm gonna catch him. And
You already
say
left.
something. Oh, can I have caught him and said something to him before he leaves?
I mean, she left with him.
I mean, I specifically just wanted. I wanted to ask Andrus where he's going because he seems like he is rational.
You can catch up with him. Everyone's at this point left, and you were the last
Okay,
one.
I'll just trail them. I don't need to talk to him then.
You can just catch up to him.
Well, I'm still down in the bar.
Well, you're headed down to the bar.
Yeah.
All of you guys are in the hallway. Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Where are you all going?
Just place that they don't know where I'm at.
Sorry, you're also at the end. You're with Levi. So,
Are they still in the bar?
well, you guys are in the hall. Are you walking?
I'm walking. I'm walking.
Well,
out
you
the entrance.
asked him something, right?
Yeah, well, I just asked where are we going.
Okay.
And he
You
answered.
just catch up and start walking with him.
Yeah.
Why don't you let me go down first, and I'll let you.
Yeah, right this way, Avik.
I'm gonna go down the stairs.
You walk into the tavern.
I'll walk
And-
over to the bar.
It's pretty busy, but you don't see any blue cloaked figures.
This should pay off the rest of the tab.
How much is there?
It's 22,
22.
and I already paid 2.5
Wow.
for my performance.
Nice. Okay. 20. Looks like you're short a silver and a copper.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you, Yavik.
Of course, anytime.
Good to see you.
Would you mind those cloaked figures in the blue? Do you know where they happen to have gone? What they were looking for?
They were looking for your friend.
Mm-hmm.
They went out the front.
Of course. Well, thank you, darling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head back up the stairs. Looks like they're on their way.
Where?
Out the front door.
Okay.
Do I remember where? Do I know what room? If there's any rooms that have a window that we could just hop out of?
Is there a back door?
Yeah.
A fire exit.
Man, this is not the
I'd
code.
rather
You
go
guys
through a
have-
back door than a
You
window.
guys have
Climb
been
to
to
the
the back,
toilet.
into the back room, like the kitchen or
She's
anything.
gonna tell me the doors open
Not the-
inward.
Not that you guys know of. But
No. Is there no place in
the doors do open.
That's not code for a public building.
That's insane.
Jack, with a 12, would I know if there's any other place in history? Would I know if there's any other
A
place?
place around here?
Yeah, to leave.
I mean, there's other places in town, like
No, like-
taverns.
To
Other
leave.
doors.
To exit. You
Oh,
said
to exit? Yeah, through the kitchen.
We could see if we could go through the kitchen.
Are they going to let a bunch of random people go through the kitchen?
20 seconds.
Let me talk to him maybe. I can see what I can do.
Okay.
I'll go back downstairs.
Men's playing the back and
The
forth.
posse that I'm with, that I've been writing the songs about, you remember? I told you I was, yeah. They're very anxious about those cloaked figures. You think I
Makes
could take
sense.
them out through the kitchen door?
But like, we have to make sure it's clean for people. You guys aren't dirty, are you?
I'll make sure none of them are dirty.
Yeah, make it quick, but slide me a gold. I don't want to. I could get in trouble. It's a lot of risk.
I'll like slide her a gold and like a little rose on the gold.
Oh.
Riz.
Really?
Come back up. Alright, y'all. I think we're good to go.
She blushes.
Either way, Avik.
Follow through.
You guys gonna come downstairs and she's just opened the bar. Right this way.
I'm gonna pull up my cloak.
Hood up. Going through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it like one of those like?
Classic.
So
And there's
when
a
his
door.
head like
yeah.
still goes like fully under the thing.
There's you guys go back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big area. There's 3 cooks. They seem to be humans that are pretty like tatted up, and they're all just like one of them's sitting average kitchen.
Line for
One of them's like sitting on like the counter, and he's just like chucking like dough at another guy. And he's just, like, they're just catching, and they see you walk in, they all just kind of like freeze as you all like walk
If
through.
there's like if there's like any piles of dirty dishes or anything, I'll just like kind of look at it and just like hit it with a prestidigitation for him.
Thanks.
I want to
The
make.
lamb sauces play room.
I want to make a note to leave the building stealthily.
Okay.
It's not like draw too
Yeah,
much
me
attention.
too.
There's this door propped out the back.
Yeah. I don't want to make too much noise just in case they
Yeah,
are.
me too.
They make a group stealth check.
I gotta say goodbye to Chuck.
Not great.
30
I have
shot.
disadvantage because of the
Natural
armor.
Do we get any bonuses from anything?
Wait, actually,
Yeah, I'm gonna use
I have
that
disadvantage.
trace.
Are you actually?
You are? Yeah.
Okay, good.
All
I
right.
love bombs.
That's plus 10, right?
Plus 10.
Yeah.
Not a natural 20.
Plus
Leading.
10?
6.
Yeah.
I mean,
Plus 10.
On top of everything.
40.
I hate disadvantage.
Did you just say 40?
Yeah.
I've never heard of someone rolling a 40.
It's a rogue thing.
Not a natural
16.
20. 16. That's
16.
disadvantage.
You rolled
16.
double what I had, and I had a 20.
22. Don't forget I had 10.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
22.
Wait,
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a nat one.
I had 10, yeah.
Oh.
But that's because I was talking to the cooks on my way out,
I'm kidding.
yelling at him.
Yeah, you're
As I'm leaving, I'm like, Chuck,
For a
hey,
total of
really good chicken. Just kidding.
for a total of
16.
plus with the plus 10?
Yes.
Dang.
you rolled in that one.
Oh, okay.
Gang.
I got a
So
19.
Levi, you're leading.
Yeah.
Kind of come out the back door. There's this pretty big alleyway. You guys all kind of pile out
Pass the cheese.
quietly,
And that is my last second level.
and then Yavik just kind of like trips his drums.
I'm gonna start sprinting down the alleyway.
Starts sprinting,
Sprint after him.
Oh my gosh.
which will, by the way, you won't be stealth anymore.
I
Just-
understand.
I guess
You-
we're all sprinting.
Yeah. You all start sprinting.
I'm not going
I'll
to.
grab my drum.
I'm
I'm
sprinting
trying
after
following.
the
I'm trying to be the back of the
I'm sprinting
pack.
after
Me
our
too.
resident child.
All right, you all start. You start running.
I'm
A
not
few of you
sprinting,
start
dude.
running.
Either.
I'm
A
holding
few of you just
concentration.
keep walking.
Like, oh my gosh.
You're running.
Well, because just in case.
I'm
We
gonna
gotta
try
bring
to
it back.
lose everybody else.
Okay.
If he tries.
Immediately as you run, there's kind of like a little split in the alleyway,
Yeah.
and a figure moves out.
Just armbar.
Make a dexterity save.
Am I within 10 feet of
That's
him?
right.
You're so
Because I immediately started chasing him at the same time.
Would be nice.
You're
What's your
Devastating over
His
short
little-
distances.
Devastating. For sure.
My move, I'm pretty sure it's just base.
It is base.
30 feet.
Okay.
They don't have to
You
move
guys are those of you who ran are all together. As
Plus
this
5.
armored figure moves out,
23.
and you kind of like jump to the side and kind of skid, and like
Armor.
yes, there's 3 guards that are all standing in the pathway.
Wait, Talon's guard?
Yeah.
Hey, what you guys doing here?
We got a little note about some troublemakers.
Okay.
Troublemakers.
Looks like you all.
Tell me when I've got up to them.
You just drank too much and were racing.
Of course, yeah. It's always what it is.
It's just these 3.
Running out the back door. I see.
Friends with the cooks.
Sure you are. You can kind of see through this helmet. He's wearing one of like the guard captain helmets.
Mm.
You just see a
So
clean-shaven
loud.
face,
Mm.
darker skin, bluish.
So are we being detained?
No. Hey, who gave you a tip about whatever you heard about just now? Some guys in blue, I imagine.
Worried about? You're worried about it.
No, I'm just wondering
That
who's
tells
talking
me that
about
you
it.
might have done something in
Guys
front
in,
of some people.
you said guys in blue.
Guys in blue.
Didn't you insult their mother?
I did. See, I called them a Suneyahu. In Elvish, you don't want to know what that means. Okay, well, then you know how they kind of took it. It was They were just in front of me. Their carriage was driving slow, and they didn't motion that they were turning left down a thoroughfare. And I got really mad.
Base crash out.
And then they
It's interesting.
healed the horses
because
back.
I heard
Right.
of a group running around the city making trouble.
Okay. Well, that's gotta be some other.
He just hears like the flute coming down the
I
alleyway.
was like,
heard
"Oh,
of-
yeah."
A blue devil. Very short armored man.
Hey, I'm a dwarf.
Young fool.
Okay, that's rude.
He's not that dumb.
Thanks.
That's up for debate.
Thank you.
Now what's really going on here?
I don't have to answer anything to you, dude.
Am I up to that?
He's gonna just kind of like push you against the wall.
I'm gonna blow his brains out.
Oh
No.
my gosh!
So,
You don't.
just
no.
as a
I
note,
had such a good idea.
I'm like still back hiding against the
Yeah,
wall.
we're,
Yeah,
we're
I'm
still,
back there with
we're
you.
still stealth.
Like we're
Yeah.
like
I'm walking.
And hold on
19.
before
Okay, go for it.
we make an attack. Who is
Nate's fob, bro.
who is
you need
up
to stop
here?
sitting on your
'Cause
feet,
this
bro.
is about 100 feet away.
I'm probably about 5 to 7 feet behind him.
Okay.
After picking up my drum, I was walking.
I mean, I'd be next.
So the 3 of you are with up here, and the 4 of you are all back, way back, like 100 feet away. So he's gonna go to push you. I'd like to make you to make a strength save
Plus
to not be
5.
grappled. Perfect.
For a total of 21.
Is that counting the +5?
Not the +5, 26.
26.
Such a good ability.
And you're able to kind of resist it.
Mm.
And since there's no yeah, go ahead and make the attack rolls, which were what was
18 and 22.
18 and 22. That second one will hit.
Second one will hit. Sure.
I don't think that'll cook him immediately.
No, well, that's only 8 damage.
8 damage.
As I imagine he weaves out for the
He
first
kind of
one.
attempts to, and it just kind of blasts inside of his helmet.
Yeah.
And the other guards immediately drop
I'm gonna
their spears
Pull
I'm
out my
going
up
glaive.
against you.
I'm going to, in that moment, just run up behind where they're at.
How about we just roll initiative?
Okay.
So the people that aren't up there, are we doing
You guys
that?
are stealth. You are not part of the initiative.
Okay.
Oh, we're not?
No.
And it would already like take you more than 6 seconds. I don't know how long this will last. You guys, if it takes more than like maybe 12 seconds, then you guys can join initiative.
I can get there in one movement.
Well, if you would like to, then
I mean, it's
next turn you can
Yeah.
join.
It's like 5 on 3.
I really hope this doesn't go.
What's your guys' initiatives? Those of you here.
24.
18.
I mean, if stuff starts happening, that's not good.
Straight.
You want me to roll initiative? I'd probably be like halfway.
No, I said if you once you get there, you can. Yeah, so you can do
Will we
initiative.
in the back get any opportunity to like yell, shout at them?
Not next to me.
If you would like to, yeah.
I definitely would like to at some point.
Just wait till after the turn.
His friend's like, you're blowing my cover.
All right, Andrews.
Complicated. I'm going to try and push myself in between the 2 of them, and with my just saying, I'll say, "Stop using such foolish and irresponsible reactions," and then I'm gonna like just kind of try to
Make a strength check. You wanted to get in between them.
Yeah, just kind of just push them like this.
Make a strength check for that.
Okay.
There are 2 dudes with spears.
That's fine. That's gonna be a 30. Or not 30, sorry, 20.
I'm like,
I was like, bro,
Andrews is cooking.
Not yet. That doesn't come online until next level.
huh?
What?
He's not jacked. Like
It's gonna be a just dirty 20.
Okay. He pushes you against the wall unless you resist, and kind of. What?
Like he pushes me.
Well, he's pushing you guys away from.
I'm
each
not like punching anyone, but I'm just
No, I
like
know.
going
He's separating you,
underneath
so he pushes you kind of against the wall.
I'll move to the side and like.
you're the
I'm not
Red
gonna be
Seas and he's
have my
Moses.
back against the wall.
Alright, then just check with it.
I heard a poem.
And he'll
about
push the guard away.
It's in a good book.
These guys are going Proverbs.
The good book.
And
it. I already do.
I'm just going to look at you with just a like, not a violent intensity, but with a very serious just like look and be like, stop showing your age. Take this like a man. And I'm gonna look at the guard and just be like,
Your turn.
Okay. Man up and face it as I swing at the captain again.
Alright, so now, because he did that, the captain, he is in between the captain.
Okay, I'm gonna move out of the wall. Yeah, take a swing.
I'll try harder next time.
Try with
Natural
a spell.
20 on the second attack.
I cancel that out
How?
with my class feature that allows you
What
to do
does that look like?
As you go and just like are about to cleave through his neck or whatever, I assume.
And you're
There.
attacking the main guard, correct?
The guy I just.
I just kind of grab in the air and just pull, and you just ripple back, and you have to swing again.
Okay. Another natural 20.
Are you
I'm not even fucking joking.
That's insane.
Bro's determined.
Alright, great session,
That's like-
guys.
Yeah, what else, bro?
Yeah.
On both attacks, I'm gonna smite. The
Great
first
campaign.
one was a 27 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Gotcha.
Hey, Roland would be all about this.
Dude,
Roland, well, it's good he's not here. Then.
it's good Red's not saying this because it would traumatize him.
No, I think this is good. This is good.
I don't think this is good.
Jack,
You have very interesting
It's
opinions.
19 damage on the
What?
first
Yeah.
attack.
Why?
What?
You think this is good?
The group.
On your turn, yeah. Next, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
19 on the first
thought you were
attack.
talking about the situation.
No.
Did you say 19 twice?
No, just 19 on the first.
Alright,
For damage?
I'll keep a
Yeah.
track for you.
I
And,
mean, it's just 2 attacks.
This is
that's
a
all.
crit, yeah.
Not too.
He didn't write it down, so I was keeping a track.
Four damage on the second attack.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You still up?
No.
Okay.
As you swing,
I'm just gonna cut off.
you kind of get moved back by Anderson, and you just still bring it down, kind of breaking through it and just chopping this guard's head off.
Bonus action, I'm gonna crack the dude in the jaw. One of those guys. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
That's nice weighted.
And that's 6 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, you,
Rolling 2.
and you just kind of knock the guy in the face a little bit.
And with my free action, run now before I kill both of you.
Alright.
Roland intimidation.
Don't pass EDM.
Both guards. One of them kind of in between you. The other one right next to where that was. They're both going to swing and go to attempt to stab you.
For sure.
Alright, first one's going to miss as he's trying to get around you. The second one is going to be a 22.
Hits.
The one closer to that guy, he's going to bring his spear and stab you
Nice.
for 11 piercing damage. Get out! To the other one, as the other one begins to run.
Not that it help. Question. Can I cast a reaction spell? He's started to talk.
What is it?
I'd like to silence him,
Is silence a reaction spell?
or just like cast it.
I mean,
'cause
you're
I
not. He's
see
not
him
technically in
starting to
initiative,
yawn.
is he?
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Nice.
So, the only problem with that is,
It's nice.
it takes. So if you're like
Yeah.
sitting there waiting,
Yeah.
you can absolutely prepare actions, but if someone does something, you can't just then join combat right then. So you could roll initiative. If you want to join combat, you could absolutely roll initiative or ready an action to join combat with, but spell can't be used as a reaction, unfortunately.
Got it.
If you can absolutely use your reaction for a ready action. Because if you think about it, a spell does take time
Takes
to
like 6 seconds.
cast. So if someone says something, you don't have time to react unless you were ready. If they're going to say something, I'm going to cast this.
In the
That makes
future, I'll
sense.
text you or something.
But I like the vision. That
Scream.
was a good idea.
Yeah.
They go to Scream. It's just
Gordon, before your turn, the other one begins running back down the hallway, or not the hallway, the alleyway that came, and he just yells, "Help!"
Towards us?
No,
Was he
the one
within
he
my
came from.
was he within my combat range when he left? I have a 10-foot.
I think that was the one that was
He
trying
was
to get
10 feet away.
around.
Okay, then I would take my reaction to swing at him as he's running.
Please tell me you've got Sentinel.
I do that. Does a 16 hit this guy?
Does not.
Okay.
Gordon, your turn.
Okay, so he already started running.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna. Would I be able to catch up with him at this point? Like he already did his movement.
He did his movement.
Okay, and is he within 30 feet of me?
He's about. Well, you were behind them too. He's about 35, 40 feet away from you.
Well, if he's 40 feet away, I can't really do anything. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast him in the back.
Oh.
You just come around the corner because he's around the corner from you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Come around the corner. All right, make your attack.
Please tell me you got the grasp of Hadar.
Get over here. What's my plus on that again? I don't remember. I never use Eldritch Blast.
I think it's
That's
plus
like
8.
18 on the first one,
18 hits.
and a 16 on the second one.
Does not hit. That's one Eldritch Blast.
One Eldritch Blast.
Lands.
7 damage.
You just kind of hit him in the back as he lurches forward a little bit.
You prepared him, bro?
Well, that complicates things.
Is he out
That's my
there?
turn.
Your turn. All right.
Nice. Okay. I need to look at something.
Karen, how much movement do you have in a turn?
Is
If you're counting potentially 100, still my action is there.
wicked grip.
With your action? That's crazy.
I think I know what you want to do.
Has anyone spoken this for some of these other tacos, or can I start digging in?
So
Hey, can you let me have one? Or there's a few.
There's 4.
We're about to.
if I was near Andrus,
Yes.
that guy's running. He took all of his movement. How far?
Same as him, 35, 40
30.
feet. Because you guys were behind them too in this scuffle.
Okay.
How many are you eating?
Darn. I guess we'll just cast. Yeah, sure, we'll do this. I'll just cast guiding. No, sacred flame at the guy.
Okay.
Because why not? Yeah, that's within range. Oh, he has to make a dex save.
Wait, they changed Guiding Bolt to Dex?
Apparently. It's to beat a 15.
Beats it.
Shocker.
I hate that I made so many spells.
It does kind of nerf a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I missed one with that roll.
And then for don't have that much spell economy.
I was laughing about this.
I just said, bro's laughing like I said Mandisa.
Oh my god.
Not again, bro.
We can do this again.
Gosh. Well, I'll just use my bonus action and cast spiritual weapon
Alright.
in front of the guy that's running.
Okay. And that's 60 feet?
Yes. That is a range of 60 feet, so. And then I guess
Make that
I
attack.
will use, yep. Wasting my spell economy on this.
Bro, at this point, it's not spell economy, bro. Spell recession.
Don't hit. That's a
We're in a spell recession.
15.
15. That does
Don't
not
hit.
hit. As pretty
Is,
much Orion appears.
is spiritual weapon a solid thing, or can people like walk?
It's kind of like how I imagine it. Is that it's pretty like
It hits things.
it hits things,
Yeah.
but it doesn't take up like it like you can run into it and stuff. But yeah, for the
Yeah.
for
So I'm
this,
placing it in front of him.
so there is still like room around to go around. Just so you know. And spiritual weapon does not have a reaction. Just
He
FYI.
broke spiritual
Well, not-
weapons ankles. He's like,
Yeah. I'm
spiritual
not
weapons.
asking to,
Hero
like,
stuff, spiritual weapon.
that's crazy. I'm not asking to like get a reaction. I just want to try and put it in front of
Yes.
him to possibly stop him. But,
Yeah.
but if he jukes it, I guess I can't.
Is that your turn though?
Yeah, that's pretty much
So
all I can do.
he kind of moves out of the way. But those of you looking down the pathway see Kieran drop from the rooftop
Oh jeez.
on top of the garden.
Oh.
And you know, I'm gonna just implement the rule of cool here because this is a guard, and you know, I'm gonna say Kieran's able to do that.
Cool.
Simple
The
enough.
first big rule of cool, you know, no attack roll needed. That's what happens. He jumps down off the roof and just.
No, he's breaking the rules.
Karen finally getting that kill, bro.
As you see him scramble back up.
I've done
Legs.
crazy amount of damage.
Yeah, you're an assist matrix though.
And as you look down,
Your eyes start crying black.
Don't you?
Oh.
As you see Kieran just like right above you, like with his swords drawn, looking down. You caused a lot of trouble, Levi.
Yeah, well, they put their hands on me. And
We're
this is
still
what
in
I
initiative, right?
yeah. So you're right now. You're like 40 feet away from them.
Okay. Well, I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get there in a second.
Well, you
I'll get
use
there in a
all
second.
of your
Yeah,
movement
yeah,
to
yeah.
get up here, so you can say that later.
Yeah.
You can have your arm moment later.
All right.
Just lost.
If you wanted to yell, Val. And you're still about like
50 feet.
yeah, you're like 50 feet away.
Yeah, I'll just keep walking.
All right, then
Like
top of
the
initiative,
blue.
Andrus.
I'm like,
This just all happens quickly, and like he's just like kind of like standing there, just like as like Levi just right past him and continues just murking these guys, and you just kind of just see him just like starting to lose it, and like as Levi is turning, he's just gonna grab the back of your head and cast sleep
All
on
right,
you.
we're gonna
So,
use me as a prop.
You're the closest
Thanks.
to me. Yep. I'm casting it at level 3, so it's gonna
hey,
be
child, we don't use women as props. Just so
78, and we'll see if it works. 3, 4, 5.
get this man
This is the second time. This is the second time.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't remember.
37 points of hit points.
Yeah, no, I'm at 60 right now.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you were healed or not, so. He'll still grab you, it won't work, and he's gonna be like, you know, for someone who says hear people out, you really just kill people quickly.
Get your hands off me.
Sleepy bastard. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Sneaky bastard.
Hands off me, sleep, man. I said to sleep.
Saw what happened to the last person that put his hands on him.
Yeah, I know, right? No.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna chop this fast guy down.
Chow it.
Not the direct eye contact with the brutal.
26 on the first attack,
How high is it?
24 on the
40 feet.
second attack, and we'll just do the butt end attack as well.
Like, closer
Um,
at this point.
19 on the butt end attack.
Okay. Got it.
All damage. 15 on the first slash. 6 on the second slash. And 9 on the butt
Alright.
end.
With a few hits, you knock this guy to the ground. And as his body drops, so we're gonna take a break.
Nice.
Why are you crashing out?
All right, and we're back. What just happened is Levi dealt the final blow to the third guard this alleyway, just so that I can give you all perspective of where you all are, so we don't get too confused. There's a hallway, not a hallway, an alleyway that meets up with another alleyway, just as ends here, so it's not a complete split in the road. In the middle of it, pretty much, is Levi and Andrus, pretty much next to him, 2 dead bodies by them. Down the alley is a spiritual weapon, dead body. Kieran's on the rooftop. Zoretta's on the rooftop with her bow drawn. You two don't see that, neither do you. And everyone else is on their way. You're closest, and you are in the middle with them as well.
I'm still back by the kitchen door. I haven't moved up at all.
Okay. As this guard is cleaved and then dropped down with the butt of this weapon, his armor kind of hits the ground.
Oh, that's refreshing.
Some hero you are.
I didn't claim to be one, so.
Yeah, but you claim for life. Training. Why would you kill someone like that, huh?
It's just.
He touched you?
It's just death, dude.
It's just death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you have an issue with my goddess then?
She just killed someone that I had a particular affinity for.
Okay,
that's
well
all.
these people are someone who other people have particular affinities for.
Okay, until I meet them, I'll feel not so sorry. Do you want to grab the bodies over here?
No.
I'm gonna drop down
We'll leave it
behind
here.
Levi.
That's fine. It's just death, right? No one else will care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop down behind Levi.
Okay.
You're causing too many issues, boy.
I am not trying to start anything. They put
You
their
just
hands on me.
did.
They put their hands on me.
You've put your hands on so many people, Levi.
All right. Yes.
Did they kill you for it?
No. Because if they tried, they'd be dead.
Alright, so what makes you judge, jury, and executioner?
I'm not claiming I am.
You
Yeah.
just did.
I understand. You saw that. Your eyes are open. You can witness my work.
And you're proud of it?
No.
Then why do you do it?
Because it had to be done.
Why?
No.
Give a good reason for once in your
I would like to sit down and talk with you, but I'm a little bit pressed right now.
We're beyond
Down there! At the end of the hallway, or the alleyway, you guys see a few guards come around the corner. This is about 100 feet still.
Let's start with this. I'm just gonna point that way, and darkness is gonna appear that way
Okay.
as I use,
Yeah.
racial magic. Let's go. We'll talk. Try not to lose us, please.
Okay, my is not anymore.
I care about you, but
Zoretta's like,
you do not care about us.
Just gonna keep on running and leading them to a more secluded area in the city.
What I was doing at the back, I was just waiting to
I
see
forgot.
if any of the kitchen staff were hearing commotion and going to poke out, and I would have dissuaded them or tried to. And then as
One
soon
of
as
them comes to the edge, but you're just like,
yeah, I would have been like one of these oafs fell over and clattered up a storm, and then I would have just see if they close the door and
yeah,
just
you
go.
can, you can just close
and
it.
then I rejoin them. Someone shouts and we run.
That's fine.
Yeah.
While they were all talking, a little hand would have appeared and closed the guy's eyes and adjusted their clothes to make it nice and stuff.
Really.
Just kind of cleaning them up and brushing it off.
As
adjusting
this,
their hair.
like that. You cast darkness as this noise of these guards shouting, and you begin to run. Anyone not running?
nope.
Yeah, I'm running.
I'm not gonna rush.
I'll catch you if you jump.
Are you?
Oh, fair.
There's people who aren't.
You're
Are
on-
you guys staying there,
First
you
I
jump
drop
down.
down.
or are you walking?
I'm just gonna keep walking down the alleyway, playing the flute.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Okay, so all of you are running?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay,
As I
Everyone
get-
runs
I'll
away,
jump
you're
down.
As I get to the bodies, I'm gonna be like,
Help! Help!
Oh god.
What's going
What do
on
you do?
here?
He's playing the fool.
everyone's
Actually,
running, so you're
smart.
just sitting.
I know. I'm
This is
gonna
it.
stay up there to make sure that
Okay.
nothing happens to this kid.
We have so many jobs to do. You just need 10 times harder.
Alright, so you guys run down the alleyway. Are you going in any particular direction?
I'm going to a place from my past that I know is a bit more private. Basically, would there have been a little den where me and a couple other vagrants would have gathered, where we take all of the stuff that we taken, just a secluded kind of
Yeah.
a hideout.
Yeah,
something.
yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Then I'll head that direction.
As the guards, you hear the What is this? They kind of come through the darkness. Stop! Freeze!
Yeah, absolutely. I just came down this alleyway. What's going on?
Don't move. What happened?
I don't know what's going on. I just came down the alleyway from the bar. I'm a little... I need some water.
Calm down. Get him some water. Clearly. Make it sexy.
Give this boy advantage, man. What's that deception? What's that?
Wrong direction. 16. Not my finest work.
Now hold on. Kind of like stops the water.
No.
Wait a minute. Saw a group running this way just now.
Can you start character?
We ran. They were just by these bodies just now, like 5 seconds ago.
I just came out of the tavern. I heard all this noise.
Couldn't possibly have coming out of the tavern just now.
I was walking down the hallway when I heard all this noise playing my flute. It started getting louder. I heard a man hit the ground.
Well, we're gonna need to take you in for questioning.
Absolutely, sir. Whatever you need.
Jarvis, grab him.
I believe I know which direction they were going.
What?
I believe I know which way they were going.
You seem pretty drunk. You don't even remember. Well, what did you see? If you were in the hallway.
Well, I know what they looked like because I saw them all run through the kitchen. I was in the kitchen talking because I'm a regular over there. I play the instruments.
All right. What do they look like?
One of them was a darker fellow with horns. He had dark grayish skin. There was a younger gal. She had a really, really short. She was she had kind of bluish skin. I don't know how to describe her. I've never seen anything like her. She was kind of devilish. Really scary,
Okay.
actually.
A gray person and a blue devil.
Well, the gray one had horns. Can't forget that part.
Gray with horns.
Kind of native, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
And then the blue one looked kind of like devilish.
All right.
Very scary. And then there was one with like no eyes. Like you could see right. It was scary. When it came through the kitchen, he like looked at one of us, and then he like threw some dishes. We were all freaking out. I was just trying to talk to the guys because we were playing. I was playing some tunes. I got some money. I was gonna share with them because I don't share with the guys because they were always cooking the good food. And then I came out here and I heard the clattering, and I was playing my flute coming down the hallway, thinking that they were just on their way. And then I saw some people drop to the floor. That's why I saw the guy with the no eyes. But it was just scary all around.
All right. Well, we'll take you in for questioning just to get the story again. Sounds good.
You lead the way.
Let's go.
W.
Two more guards kind of come down. Get the bodies. I'm taking this man in for questioning.
Okay, as they're like walking away,
Get this darkness out of the way.
I'm gonna drop down and stealthily follow them.
Drop down into the alleyway. It is like 25 feet. You have to like climb down?
Yeah. I have stuff.
She's a 40 roll.
No, she belly flops that thing. So
No, she's like
Straight nose dive.
into the hay bale.
Make it stealth.
nearby.
Okay.
You don't have a plus 10.
I don't think she needs.
23.
As they lead him down the road, the rest of you following Levi as Levi moves quickly. It's hard to keep up with him. What?
Not for me.
Okay.
As he moves, you don't know where he's going. That's why it's hard. Not like running wise.
Yeah.
But after a few minutes, he's running through a
The
hallway.
slums area of the city.
Takes about 10 minutes. Eventually, make your way to a smaller kind of beat down bridge that goes over a little offshoot of the Gleaming River. And at this point, it's just kind of like a muddy, river. And you kind of go underneath the bridge. And there's this, underneath the bridge, there's this kind of cutaway, just built under the bridge. Maybe like a maintenance tunnel.
Go ahead and walk in.
And it's pretty cramped in here. It's tiny. You remember it being a lot bigger.
welcome. This was my home for many years.
You guys kind of go. There's just this like half of a room underneath the bridge, mud. Pretty small.
I'll go in last.
What is cushiness in terms of like when we're all in there? What is the space?
You're all kind of like shoulder to shoulder, like kind of like crouching.
Got it.
This is a hole.
I'll go in last and cast alarm at the not just the entrance to this, but like you said, we came down a path to get here.
No, you just like came under the bridge.
Under the bridge, does the bridge go back up the other way?
Does the bridge go back up the other way? What do you mean?
So bridge,
Is there another
it's
bank
down
on the
here.
other
We came
side?
down this way. I assume we can go up that way.
Yes.
Okay. Width of the bridge is like 10 feet, 5 feet, 15.
Probably like 10 feet.
Okay.
wide.
I'll cast the
Or
alarm.
like the bridge across.
Like going this way, how much is covering us? Is it like a ceiling of 10 feet?
You're like underneath the road, like under, not just
Cool.
underneath the bridge.
Well, I'm just gonna cast the alarm, just kind of on the area, so people come down either way. We'll get a quick ding 5 seconds before they show up. Then we'll go in.
What was that?
I'm just a little high strung right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you drop guards.
Well, I didn't get the chance to before, so I thought I'd try it. Now.
What does that even mean? I'm tired of your stupid, self-serving double standards. You criticize my goddess, and you bully me for my things, and then you go out and you just kill people?
Yeah.
Because they touch you.
Yeah.
Get over yourself. Get a straight head. What's stopping us from kicking you to the curb? You're causing us so many issues.
That's fair.
Get it together. You are an asset to this party, and unfortunately, I have grown attached. But if you put anyone else in danger, I will not hesitate to step in.
Well, the danger just got.
You just murdered people.
Yeah. People do that every day.
Does that make it right for you to do it?
No, but that's the world we exist in.
No,
Then
it's
why do
not.
you make it a darker place?
I'm not adding. It's all shades of gray. All right.
No, you added to it. They had an active note looking for us. Like
Yeah.
dead bodies on the floor.
I killed them to send a message to Enzo.
Yes, he sent the message to the Imperial Guards.
Okay. So what? Some guards died.
So what?
Listen
So what? So we're supposed to break into a museum, right? And now everyone in the Imperial Guard knows about our existence. So if we even try to get in the vicinity of anything to try and achieve what we were going to achieve, which by the way I didn't even agree with because I didn't want to become a criminal in the first place, but here we are. I'm a criminal now. We can't achieve that as easy now.
Yeah.
So you've made it 10 times harder, and you've taken lives needlessly.
What does the reality, Levi, is while you see things with a very small perspective, is just the lives that affect you and how it affects your immediate existence. There's a much bigger picture of the fact that you will now never be able to set foot in Highwall without the guards instantly arresting you, as will none of us, unless
That
you make
wasn't-
reprimands.
Did a guard get
Shame.
away?
No, we got them all. Thanks, Kieran.
Listen, I don't agree with killing guards in any circumstance, but there weren't any witnesses, so
Well then,
it's all rumor.
that's not necessarily true given the
doesn't
fact
matter.
that there were guards coming back to reinforce and they were already out there for the purpose of looking for our group, which meant these circulated guards already knew about our faces and our...
And this does not help. And here's the thing, even if it is rumor, people with power are going to be people with power and they're going to do what they want anyways. So this does not help. This just fuels their fire to...
Does anyone know what the museum is?
Yeah.
Please don't.
We're going now?
No.
Absolutely not.
Where is it?
Relay wherever the museum is to him. I would repeat, make sure we're talking about the same museum and then relay it to you.
It's just across the river from the Harbinger's Hearth.
It's on the other side of the river from Harbinger's Hearth. Not far.
Next thing's on the
But
side.
make sure you're all on the same page about killing guards or not before you go. Because
I
I'm
thought
sure
we
there's
were.
a handful there.
Yes, I assume we were trying to keep the heat low.
Our little Bunsen burner over here decided to turn it hot.
That is crazy.
That brought me back to like freshman year.
What is a Bunsen?
You don't know what
I
that
know what a
is?
Bunsen burner is, but not
They're
Steve's.
so
Science
fun.
class.
They're pretty cool.
They hold little test tubes, and you burn the test tubes
Yeah.
underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
They're super fun.
They're cool.
I don't think I've ever used one.
It's a
Oh, that's so sad.
flame.
I understand that. Trust me, Levi. I think I understand more than you know about self-preservation and about a fear of people that are after you. I get it. And I'm not saying that I've made perfect decisions either. But the difference between my act and your act is my act, while it was selfish, did not incriminate or take away the future lives of anyone else here.
And
What
what
you
about the
just
people
did.
who live here?
What you just did was you decided that none of us get to say in whether or not we want to have the ability to be here. Without the guard and the Imperials on our backs.
Just a quick makeover. We'll just fix all of our problems, I
A
think.
quick makeover?
Yeah.
You mean like a disguise?
Yeah.
So you're telling us that now we have to live in a disguise for the rest of our time here?
I mean, just as a precaution, yeah?
I get that. I think you see the world in a very, very, very small way.
Simple.
Well,
I'm-
I appreciate the lecture.
No, the lecture is necessary because you think that it's about you.
I think that was just about me. Am
No.
I not wrong?
I think you are wrong.
Enzo sicked those guards on us because he's looking for me.
Yes,
Doesn't
us.
mean you had to kill
us.
the guards.
He didn't sick the guards on you. He sicked the guards on us.
He has no reason to come for you guys.
Then why
But
did
he mentioned a group. We are a group now. You brought us all into this. So it is about us now.
Okay, I get that. Lower your voice. This is a small place and the bridge echoes. Alright? You were seen with me when Enzo saw us. As soon as he saw you guys with me, it was kaputs. So
That is exactly what we're saying.
yeah.
So you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That we can agree on something.
Yeah. So we got that going for us. On the bright side, they don't know our faces super well, just descriptions. But I do know somebody who might still be in the city. Who can help us out with some more of the underground elements about getting around the city unnoticed. So his name's Sam.
Dirty Sam.
Better not be.
He's still crying.
Oh no.
That's great.
Rose in the bar.
I'm gonna make you guys pay for what you did to Dirty Sam.
We did Dirty Sam dirty.
Hey, I tried to hype him up.
But you didn't.
I just told him
But
to
you
do
did
it.
it.
Yeah, okay, you must.
You gave him money. No,
No, you didn't. He was still crying.
Levi just threw gold.
He couldn't
at
hear
you.
you over all the people just telling him to leave.
Well,
Hey,
I started
I wasn't even there
talking
yet.
about a poem about lost children.
Right.
I
As
feel
that
like that would be worse.
conversation doesn't come to a finish, but it does sort of have a break in it. We're gonna pan over to
Your
Zorana.
two favorite heroes.
Zorana, as you follow through the alleyway and then on the main road, trying to blend in with the crowds. There's not many people out, but you don't look too suspicious, and you don't. Most people don't see you at all. You follow. Navik is just being led through the street.
Okay.
You can hear him in the distance talking to the guard.
Bro's yapping.
Okay.
So back in the original era of the city, these streets looked much different than they do now. I've read in the history books that the pavement didn't come until a couple hundred years later, as opposed to what is currently now. This is the third edition of the street. The first edition would be 2 layers below this, obviously. And then the buildings, the wood has been replaced, they estimate, probably 4 times in the length of the city. So, which is pretty interesting. I mean, this wood probably imported at this point, but originally it was from the farms around.
Alright, we're here.
5 minutes later, the guard is on the floor just.
They're like, let us go.
Warming
drunk to death, bro.
You're led to this large building. There's a rather secure gate that he knocks on. And immediately it's open for you as you walk through, and then it closes. There's what looks like two towers that kind of blend in with the street. They almost look like, a house with like two windows, but then if you look closer, you're like, oh, that's clearly a government building of some sort, You would know that this is basically this portion of town's court.
Okay.
And also where they keep, not like a prison at all, but, there's a jail.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't want to be like, well, this is the jail and this is the prison.
Okay, how is it like late at night?
It is.
Okay. Are they gonna be like questioning him in front of like, is this like a normal
It's not like put him in
judge,
front of the court.
jury
No.
thing?
This is not a
questioning.
He's not on trial.
Well,
it's not a trial.
Does the city like innocent
No,
until
but-
proven guilty, or guilty
Yeah.
until proven innocent?
You're led
You're about to
into
find
this
out.
building, up some wooden steps, up some stone steps into a wooden room. You're led to this desk. What's your name?
Yeah, sir.
This is Yavik. I need to question him in room 1.
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
All right, after you.
I'll lead you into this small room. Sit down here. Now, he puts a rock on this table in between you. Everything you say will be recorded in this rock
Everything you say can and we'll be able to get into in the corner.
once I activate it.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's activated.
The room starts to like smell like nice and fruity.
Now, hold on. This kind of like little lever, or this little door kind of goes out from the ceiling, and this light is like shining on you.
Bruh.
Now, hold on.
Setting the
That's
atmosphere.
with his armor. He blows a little smoke your way.
We need that.
Yeah, we do need a saxophone right now.
I do not have a saxophone on there.
Bro is not answering the question.
out of the murder.
We need that 1920s sex.
It was 11:05
phone.
DL.
That means that's close off confiscation.
If this ever gets animated, put a sepia filter
No.
over it.
I need to get closed off for confiscation.
Wait, what?
Canitus.
So you say,
Yeah, close.
Yavik, I'm gonna need you to focus.
Absolutely, sir.
He kind of moves the rock. Now you say you were talking to the boys in the back of the kitchen, because you're a regular at the Harbinger's Hearth, right?
I play there regularly. Yes, you might have seen me.
What's the
before.
bar keep's name?
Rosie.
Now,
Well, that's what I call her, of course, sir.
I don't know what's her name that I would know her by.
Bro, just has a nickname for everyone.
No metagaming.
No, metagaming. 12.
Easy enough. 12 is above 10. A river.
Her name is River. I call her Rosie because I always give her roses, and she likes the roses, so I try to spruce up her mood a bit. It's kind of hard working there.
Now, you are there often.
Yeah, I play every
You
Tuesday.
perform music, right?
Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. The only day,
Seems you're there every day.
except Wednesdays.
What are you doing on Wednesdays?
Wednesdays, I typically go out into the outer skirts of the town, leave the gates, try to find like people coming in to try to get their stories because I'm writing books and songs. So I kind of catch them as they're coming in.
You're a storyteller.
I am, yeah. I'm writing a new book. I think you might be interested in it. It's kind of on the history of Highwall and the area.
Now,
Did you know the roads are?
We were talking to the boys in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
You said that there was a gray person.
Let me set
with
the scene
horns.
for you. So there's 3 of us.
Hold on. Let's see if I can remember what you
Okay,
said.
okay.
So there was a gray man with horns.
That's correct.
Horns like a rhino or horns like a deer?
Horns like. That's actually a good question. I don't
Or
know if
horns
I
like a
describe-
dragon?
I don't know. I describe them more like a goat.
Horns like a goat.
Yeah.
And then there was a
Kind of
blue,
rolling back a bit.
a short blue lady?
Demon-like.
Demon-like.
Yeah, I just felt an evil presence for sure.
Now, you said there was a man with no eyes.
Well, he had eyes, but he just didn't have eyes, if you know what I mean. And when he looked at you, you kind of just felt like someone was looking at you in a disgusting way. Like they were observing you a little too long, if you catch what I'm saying. And so then they like start
Now,
throwing
you
things.
saw these men. You said one of them threw dishes
Well,
at
one
you.
of them was a gal, the demon one. Yeah. So not on me.
They threw dishes at you.
Yeah, the one with the no eyes, for sure, threw dishes.
And then you followed playing your flute.
So after they left, only shortly after that, I went out there to make sure everything was okay. And I played the flute to calm down the audience. You know, I didn't want the cooks to have to come out there. So I come out there playing the flute, and I couldn't see much because, you know, it was getting dark, so late at night. So I start to go down the hall, or the alley, excuse me. And, you know, it's kind of blurred from there because I saw one of the guards, and then he got slashed, and there was blood everywhere. And I don't like blood. And one of them, and then he fell to the ground. And I could recognize from afar that it must be a captain of sorts. And that's when I started to panic. I kind of hid in the shadows, playing my flute. At that point, I was calming my own nerves instead of their nerves, you know, because I don't like blood. So then, eventually,
That's where we came in.
well, first they all died. Then there was some shouting, and I saw them running. There was some other. Man, there must have been somebody who came out of like invisibility or something, because there's like 5 of them when they left.
Visibility.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Now, what does that word mean to you?
It means like not there and then there.
That does check.
Yeah.
Now, anything else? Any other details?
Yeah, I got lots of details actually. So the road we were on was only a 2nd edition because that alley was made.
About the scene of the crime.
Well, that road is part of the scene of the crime.
Now, in the last 2 hours, and answer me truthfully, you had any conversations with men in blue robes?
Conversation.
I could see your eyes lit up.
Yeah. They came into the tavern. You know, I don't see people like that very often. And I see lots of people. You know, Dirty Sam? He'd be watching that tavern very well. And I asked him if there was people like that in that tavern recently. And he said no. Which is interesting because usually it's just kind of locals and some outer folk, but not fancy outer folk, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so Dirty Sam told me that they weren't from around here.
That's all.
Well, thank you, officer.
Your story checks out.
I appreciate you protecting this city and my tavern.
You're welcome, Yavik. I'll see you at the Harbinger's Hearth.
And what was your name, sir?
Delaney.
Delaney? Okay. And Delaney, what position do you hold in the officery?
I'm one of the captains of the guard.
Okay, captain of the guard. How long have you been a captain of the guard?
Captain. Captain Delaney.
Okay, Captain Delaney. And how long have you been a captain, sir?
This is the same one.
Didn't he start out the other
No, he didn't start it out. 17 years.
17.
Bro's old.
Captain Delaney.
In the 20s.
He's like 37.
Yeah, he could be this like 30.
Captain Delaney, do you happen to know anything about any sort of underground corporation going on in this city? I had
I'm a captain.
Yeah, I had a run-in with this group, and they were like telling me about how they were going to sacrifice somebody to their god. Or gonna sacrifice
I don't know about that.
Okay, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, well, that's too bad. Anyways, you should check that out sometime.
Do you have any details?
Good story.
Yeah, this one time I went to this bar. I don't really know where in town it was. It was kind of on the southern eastern side. And after I went in there, there was a bartender. He told me to go through the door. So I was kind of just looking for the next story, you know, and went through the door. Next thing I remember, I was kind of just part of the audience, but I couldn't move. I think I was under some sort of spell, and I was just watching this whole gladiator scene go down. It was disgusting. They were ripping, and I don't like blood, and you know that. But they were ripping each other apart. Anyways, they sacrificed this bird. It was not great. But yeah. Then at the end, everybody kind of got up and left, and then I was just freed from my spell, and then I woke up in just the alley. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. Anyways, I'll probably write a song about it for sure. I'll title it The Woes of the Underground. Yeah.
Thanks.
Of course, anything I can do to help the peace.
That'll be it.
Alright, thank you, sir. Shall I just see myself out?
I'll do the thing.
I'll walk you up. Kind of the light like closes. Just,
Deep professional, yeah.
Only y'all
gotta leave you out.
Stay is welcome at an interrogation.
walks out of the. You see the doors open, and they both kind of come out.
Did you know that this courthouse was made in the second renovation of the city? I believe I read in the history books about that.
I didn't, but can you look out for these figures? Now tell me, you're around.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see.
Yeah.
Out there at the tavern, you'll know.
Yeah.
There's an armored dwarf.
Okay.
There's a taller, white-haired lady.
That's a lot of people.
Fair skin.
Oh.
Tiefling.
There's a lot of teeth.
Yeah, but this one, they say, a braid. Hair's braid.
Doesn't help a ton, but okay.
Tiny angry woman.
I feel like you were seen with them. You were seen with them.
Well, if they came through the pub, I might have performed at their table.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check for him.
Technically, he's
wow.
not
Dude,
wrong.
you
Bad
persuasion.
19.
Alright, well, I'll stop by you. There's others too. Oh, the main one.
Wrong answer.
Young man.
Just a boy.
Wears a blindfold.
Oh, well, that's distinctive.
You should know if you were seen with them.
Yeah. Well, I perform at a lot of tables, and there's
It's true. It's true.
hundreds of people on every night, you know, except for Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights I go out to the fields to catch the stories of the newcomers coming in, you know, as they're coming into the city. Sometimes I go on the boats, talk to them there at the docks, try to see what's new around. Sometimes I even take vacation and go
Yeah.
travel.
Alright, well, thank you for your help.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Captain.
Alright, so it sounds like me and Serena are
Yapped his way out of that.
Sounds like me and you off the hook.
I know.
And Val.
Oh, and Val.
Val's
Or have the doors closed again?
At this point,
No, he's standing out there. He's just watching.
oh, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, follow him, but, like,
You
try
know,
not to be seen.
continue to walk down the street. Once I'm like far enough away and I'm walking, Dean will just kind of hear in his ear, "Howdy there, young fella. Where y'all at?"
What?
By the way, this is Yavik.
Oh, hey, Jovik's talking to me.
Oh, we have another
He
one.
wants to know where we are.
It's kind
Where
of
are
a
we?
weird place to get to.
I'll just relay. We're on the south side
We're on the fifth
Southside
and
Bridge.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Under the bridge.
Under
you
the
know,
bridge, you know.
where all the crooks hide.
Find a shady bridge and go under it. It might be a troll.
I'll relay
Yeah.
directions, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't get
You
you.
just hear him say like, south side under the bridge.
He hits you in Google Maps.
Well, my
The
friend,
link.
Yeah.
that doesn't necessarily sound like a place to bunker down for the night.
Which you don't hear.
If
That's
he's
not-
far enough away, or like up from the place, I'm just gonna be like Yavik, and I'm just gonna kind of like run up to him.
Hey there, you.
I followed you over there. What happened?
I mean, with Captain Delaney?
Yes, with that group of guards that was taking you in
Oh.
there.
Captain Delaney and I go way back.
About 10
Way
minutes.
back like 5 minutes or something.
More like longer than that. Anyway, you were following me well. I appreciate it. Keeping an eye out.
I sure.
All right. Well, the rest of your party's under a bridge.
Unfortunately, you are part of this party too now.
I'm just here to write down the stories, make songs.
Go with us.
Yeah.
Let's go. And I'm assuming that I know.
You have an idea.
Okay, I'm just gonna start taking
South
us
side
there.
bridge, yeah.
Then
Alright. Back to the conversation here. It took you guys a little bit to get there because you were being
Totally.
stealthy.
Totally. So is this the way we're gonna do things for the foreseeable future?
We need to order what we're gonna do first.
That's not the question I was asking, but sure, we can do that too.
What helps us decide what to do first?
Well, it can't be how we continue.
All I can get us some disguises.
If you're trying to get into the museum, you may want to do it before word of our descriptions spread.
It's a good idea.
Sooner. This is one of the few times that perhaps acting fast would be advantageous.
Levi, can your friend conjure up multiple disguises for us? Potentially one for being out and one for being in a museum.
I'd have to see if she's still in the city, but I think I know where to look if she's still here.
Doesn't
Inspire a
the
lot of
issue.
confidence. Yeah, no.
No, it doesn't fix it.
well, I was primarily talking about the issue of rest, because
It's necessary.
if some of you want to take care of this tonight, I will not stop you, but I cannot go on tonight.
I'm proficient with a disguise kit. I was curious if you'd let me have one with me. I can help with disguises too, actually. I'm pretty handy with it.
Leva's gonna start taking off some armor and like going down near to the water, grabbing a handful of mud and running it through his hair.
Okay. Alright.
Dean, what would you say to Levi? Huh? He likes you.
Well, there's not a lot to say when somebody is filled with anger already and then is put under a tremendous amount of stress.
Right.
Thanks.
Are you excusing
Are
his
you here?
behavior?
Yeah, I'm here.
I thought you went down to the water.
I know we're right by the water.
Yeah, we're literally
right under.
You're under a bridge.
Yeah.
And for some reason, envisioned like there was like a little crawl space that we went
Like
through.
There is, but it's not like there's not like a path.
It's like,
Like,
a
he can still
hole
hear
in
us.
the wall,
It's
and
like-
then outside of the hole in
Yeah,
the
think
wall,
of like
water.
okay, there's a small bridge. Going there's like kind of like a muddy like creek, and then like under the bridge there's like a little like cutout like room.
So it's less than like 10.
It's like a semicircle.
Yeah, remember I said you guys were like
Shoulder.
no,
breast, shoulder
I
to
meant
shoulder.
like out the bridge to the water is less than 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
You're all good.
Excusing the actions, no, they were still unwise, but they were understandable.
They were
Not-
understandable.
They were?
They were.
Why?
I just
Thank
described
you.
it. I'm not saying that it was a smart thing to do. It was incredibly stupid, and it makes our job.
But that
Way
makes
more
his
difficult.
life more difficult too.
It does. I'm not saying. I am telling you, it was very dumb.
Yeah,
but I
I'll admit it wasn't
understand
the
the
best.
mindset in which it was done.
You realize saying that kind of stuff to people like Levi is going to encourage it, right?
I'm not.
Not necessarily. I think you give other people way too less. Not enough credit.
You think I look at the bad in people, but I look at what's realistic. Levi put us in a hard position. We have to jump through so many more hoops. And you think I hate Roland just because of what he is, but he is a killer.
I don't think you see the good or bad in people. I think you choose which people you like and see the best in
No,
those.
I have reasons.
That's not what I've seen.
There's
Perhaps
valid
that's
reasons for not
wrong.
liking the people I do not like.
Maybe, but just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean that they are innately evil.
Okay, well, I don't like Roland because he slaughtered all of our horses. He theoretically killed some random travelers. He also theoretically killed
Why are we
Olan.
talking about Roland? He's
I
not
don't-
here.
He's not
He
here.
might as well be dead.
Hey, I appreciate the dialect, but again, echoes.
Infighting's not gonna help right now. We can go find somewhere we can rest and then talk about it when it hasn't been so recent.
That is wise. Perhaps we should keep 4 more party members out of our future discussions.
Perhaps we shouldn't make assumptions about people when we don't actually know the reasoning behind things.
Okay.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Perhaps you should take your own advice.
I'm not making assumptions about Levi. I'm completely understanding that he is irrational and
I think this conversation should be over.
impulsive.
This isn't helping anyone.
Thanks.
You're
Dude.
welcome.
My only statement, and I appreciate your input, Val. My only issue is that the reason why this conversation is happening is because this has been a repeated issue, and the more times it repeats, the more likelihood that we are either going to get killed or get taken somewhere.
I get that, but
I-
the
You
city
get
is
taken
probably,
everywhere you go.
Yeah, and that's usually someone else's fault.
the city is probably looking for us
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
yours.
And there are probably lots of guards, and I don't feel great sitting in a dirt hole under a bridge while people
Hey,
are looking for us.
This is
Yes,
mine.
instead we should walk out in public where everybody else is.
Well, let's just, continue as I'm like taking off my blindfold now and like pulling out a new change of clothes. Let's
Who
just
needs
try
help
to.
getting disguised?
Well, it seems the only description they had of me was armor, so I'll just take that off.
It's a fair assumption.
Yeah, we should start looking like some vagrants. Here, I can give you some street tips, some style.
You guys hear
Sounds-
the talking of Yavik up on the bridge.
We get that
You realize you can hear him from pretty far away. Your guys' talking is probably pretty loud.
Okay.
You hear him, he's like, well, and then the street.
Right,
Used to be made up.
1760.
You
Used to
know
be made out
that
of
this
classic
bridge
cobblestone, but
was actually made later, and they moved the position of the bridge because the street actually ran through that person's house originally, I think, based off of the maps that I've looked
Is that why it's so rickety?
at. Who just said that?
Troll under
Billy
the bridge,
Goat's
Yavik.
Gruff.
Yavik, come on down.
Does bro even fit under the bridge?
I don't trust
Calm down.
That sounds
We
like
know.
more legitimate force.
She's not laughing. I'm laughing.
Alright, I'll go underneath.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing down
You see a really dirty
in
leaf.
cool fashion.
Really
Oh.
dirty Levi.
Ew, what happened to you?
Dirty South.
I look different, right?
You look disgusting.
Perfect.
Not a good look.
So, where are we going to?
Yeah, where are you guys at?
I was with Captain Delaney.
Captain Delaney?
He got pulled for questioning.
That shit stain?
You know, I'm feeling awfully tired, and I think I might head back to the tavern to get some rest.
First of all, tell us what they asked.
What did the captain ask?
Yes.
Oh well. Do you want to know about the alley, the streets, the bar, the
Please.
bartender,
None of it.
the color of the skin of each
No.
of the individuals I
No.
described?
Who are they looking for?
You know, Captain Delaney.
Did they have our descriptions?
Yeah, they had your description. They had your description. They had your description.
What did they describe me as?
A dwarf with muscular armor.
What did they
I'll
describe
take
me
this
as?
off.
They described you as a tiefling with a braid.
Pull out this little cap.
pretty easy fix. They described you pretty much exactly what you look like. So that's gonna be a problem. You as well.
Why did I do some acting?
Yeah, they didn't recognize you.
That's not going to change the color of my skin or my hair.
They didn't recognize
hair
you.
dye.
You know,
Is it permanent?
Not if you wash
if
it.
a suggestion is
Fine.
It's black.
you made your skin not so elegant, then you might blend in a little bit more.
Elegant?
Yeah,
He's talking about throwing mud on your face.
I just mean like maybe make it look like you're not from like I don't know heaven.
You think I look like I'm from...
You are.
Aren't you a celestial? Of sorts.
It's a crazy statement just out of the blue.
Well, come to find out, yes, actually.
Yeah, she is from heaven.
So I guess you're not wrong.
The history books have done me well.
Anyways.
might
Anders,
wanna
can you
muddy
help
up
me
your
dye
skin.
my hair black? I'm going emo.
We're going emo.
Yes.
It's not a phase.
Dirty Brit.
Are we trying to look
Wonder dirty
a
things
certain
for you.
way?
I'm just trying to not look like me.
So we're just trying to not look like ourselves.
Yeah, for the time being.
I also have a disguise kit.
Okay.
You know, they didn't describe you at all.
We take those. We take those.
We take that W,
Awesome.
bro.
Or you.
I worked my way up out of the hole. I'm looking for guards up top.
You don't see any guards. You do see some small person kind of just walking this way, just like in the distance.
Small person.
Do I recognize them?
Kind of look. Seems like there's like a gnome on with a crutch. And you
Dirty
can hear him.
Sam!
He's actually singing music. You can walk through the
What's he
I'm
saying?
gonna go back down to the door hole. The dead squirrel's back.
Dirty Sam.
Oh,
I'm gonna climb up.
He probably.
potato on the farm?
Well, I'll be.
You can plant 3 potatoes on the farm and make 7.
If it isn't Dirty Sam.
I finally broke our film all the time in my life.
Poor guy. It's like so messed up.
Oh, it's you. And I keep running into you everywhere.
Oh my. It's just because we're such good friends. Dirty Sam, you don't happen to
Get off the road.
Sussed out.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Get off the road!
Sorry, that was. I didn't mean to say that.
I actually hated that so much. I thought that was the door, and I was like,
You're like firefly.
no, I literally, that was actually really scary for me.
Sorry, that was uncalled for.
I still wait for us.
Know about this guy named Elijah Wood. You ever heard of him?
Dirty Sam, I have a question for you. Do you have
What is it?
well, you see, I found that the party I'm with, you know the mischief, you know the ones that killed the guards in the area.
I don't think bro knew about that.
The ones that killed the guards?
Do we hear that?
Crawl up.
Right behind the Harbinger's heart.
I'm gonna. Can I like get up and just around his mouth, like silence him?
Starts like kind of hitting you with a stick.
I don't necessarily think that's necessary, my friend.
To be quiet. I'll release his mouth.
I'll calm him down.
I won't.
Dirty Sam.
I'll knock him out. I knock him out. No, I knock him out. I'm not kidding. If he actually starts screaming, I knock him out.
Alright, you just with little effort.
He doesn't entirely go down like.
And I gotta I catch him in my arm and like put him in my cloak. Basically, wrap it.
Dirty Sam was possibly our only hope in getting a good place to sleep.
He's not dead, but we could be if he kept screaming.
Yeah, I was talking to him.
That wasn't very helpful.
Everybody knows Dirty Sam screams.
Feel free to stay if you'd like here. I'm gonna come back here after I've either found the person I'm looking for or can't find them.
No, my yes.
Does anyone want to come with me?
Take Dirty Sam.
Who are you
I'll take
looking for?
Dirty Sam back to the tavern.
I'll go.
I'll go.
Who are you looking for?
Her name's Tamara. As I kind of gesture to a wooden board in the that's kind of posted up in the back, and it's just got the initials P, A, but it's crossed out S and T.
Passed.
I guess we don't really have a choice, do we?
Well, you always have a choice. You can say no and stay under this bridge and finish dyeing your hair.
Sounds.
Why are you trying to find this person now?
Well, because I could use her help.
Can it wait a day?
I mean, I prefer to have her resources now, if at all possible.
Yeah, but be a good resource to have all your friends at 100, no?
Yeah, I'm saying that before it gets too late.
I'm gonna take first dibs on a spot to lay down.
You don't make sense.
Dude, you don't make sense. I'm trying to figure out if we... Okay, you can stay if you want.
Hey, you do you.
Dean, Serena, you coming with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. As Levi just wearing like this brown shirt, like brown hair and just covered in dirt and like piercing blue eyes. Just walking out in the dark.
Personally, I need to get rest, so I'm gonna head back to the tavern.
Really quickly, she's just gonna do a disguise really quick, but all she's gonna do is like, cause she's not sure, like, if anyone actually like knows her description, so she's gonna take her hair out, and it's like really long. It's like down to her knees, and she's gonna put a little makeup on.
Okay.
And she's just gonna be like, "Don't look at me."
Corbin's staring at you.
What?
I think
You should get
the
a
point of the
haircut.
disguise is to try to blend in. You're kind of standing out right now.
But I look different than what I normally
You do. You really, real different.
And just to be clear, who's going with who? Sorry. I know
I'm
you're
still
going back to the tavern. You three.
With Dirty Sam.
What are you four doing?
I guess
With Kieran.
I'll if they're
Staying
staying.
here under the bridge.
I don't ever want to feel.
I'll stay. Do I know of anywhere else that I think we could seek refuge that would be out of the eyes of the law that would maybe have four walls in town?
Make a history check.
19.
Yeah, there's a really cool tavern. It's called the Cliff. It's pretty secretive.
You know, we're all kind of dumb.
I will. Before they leave. Not before they leave.
You can.
It's okay. I'll just not before they leave.
I was
It's fine.
thinking about that the whole time, but I
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah. Hey, I wasn't there
I've also
either.
never been.
Hey, but you know about it. You've been there like once.
You know what?
Once or twice.
Hey, I know a place we can stay out of view for the night.
than here?
Yeah, it's got beds.
Sounds wonderful.
I'll lead the way.
Alright, so you lead them towards that direction. You lead back, Dirty Sam, back to the tavern. You lead them to find your friend.
Hey, thanks for what you said back there, Dean.
Well, you don't need to agree with an action to understand it.
It wasn't smart. It was just my reaction.
However, I think those who don't understand mistakes
Haven't had the opportunity to make them. Yeah. No, she's got her own reasoning. You know, whether I understand it or not, it's fine. But she's coming from her own place.
those who expect perfection from those they surround themselves with will only find disappointment.
Yeah, no, that's accurate. It's true. Sometimes you find some good things, though, surprising things, but most of the time it's just a lot of mud. You've been here before. Do you know where the Thieves Guild's at? Or
Do I? Yeah, I do.
I'm just checking if you know. I hope so. No, but if we work together, we might be able to get there faster. So, cool. Guess we'll just both lead the way to the Thieves Guild.
So well, you guys both know, the thieves like guild like a central location. You might be able to find people, but most people aren't really just like hanging out at a thieves guild.
Yeah,
If that makes
yeah.
sense.
I don't know, bro. You play Skyrim?
There are a few
In that city.
criminal organizations, but most people aren't just hanging out. There's not like a lobby.
Yeah, no, I'm not expecting that. Maybe,
It's got elevator music.
maybe a front.
12, please.
A common front is where you guys were before, a few sessions ago.
Let's not go to that one. Bad history.
Then, other than that, you guys might be at a loss for where to go.
Going back there then?
You can go wherever you want. Or you could try to. The city's not too big. You could try to find whoever you're looking for.
Well, we could go back there and ask from there. I mean, we're not at odds with that Raven guy. I mean, he did barbecue Ren.
You know that
Rather
that
not.
Raven isn't necessarily, from what you know, any sort of. You don't really know if Raven is affiliated with any
All
criminal
stuff.
organizations.
Okay. Yeah, I've never met that guy before,
Okay.
and I
So he's just like
know a
weird.
lot of people in this area, especially having to do with that. So I don't know.
What is
I don't know what his deal is.
Okay. Cool. Well, I guess we can go back there then. It's just a good place to start.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
We have to be very careful.
It's all good. I know some back alleyways. We'll just move slow.
All right.
We can walk and talk though. You enjoy your time here before you left?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
What is this? Small talk?
I guess.
You're awful at it.
I know.
Farm.
Watch this. What's your favorite color?
Dean,
Yes.
Don't say black.
it's not black.
'Cause that's a shame.
Purple.
It's purple. Oh.
Am I right?
I think
Well,
you
you're not
struck
wrong.
Got it!
Let's
So
see.
loud.
So Dylan's Thatcher's favorite color
Okay.
is purple.
Uh-uh.
No, sorry. Full name. My bad.
Please. Did I enjoy my time here?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ooh, where you were living.
Well,
Childhood, specifically.
ran away from home.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds like I enjoyed it pretty well. Also got in with a bunch of thieves.
Not the worst.
Then left that because we did a whole lot of killing.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. So no.
So your words.
Can't hold down a job.
Dean, remember, I'm a professional killer.
I think that's what.
So
I
am
would-
I.
We got
careful.
professional killer, Kieran's
Well,
professional killer.
Not so much a professional killer as much as like
I get hired.
it's a family business, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small business versus
But
corporation.
if you weren't gonna inherit it, do you have a
It's a
sibling willing to come up for it? Like, was there pressure on you to like take it? You know, what you
A lot of pressure.
really like, a lot of pressure. Did you feel like an aspiring artist before then, or like?
Well, I was kind of like raised to kill things. I wasn't very good at it though, so a lot better at it now.
Do you enjoy it at all?
Do I the killing itself is a lot of times arbitrary.
I feel that.
It's the purpose behind the kill that matters.
Or if you find your way to the cliff.
Yeah, this is the spot.
Going up the huge stairs that spiral up this part of the wall. down the hallway into this smaller room again. Some of the curtains
I just want to do a quick perception check before we enter.
before you enter,
Yeah, just like behind us.
Are we being trailed?
like that.
Can't be too.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not too much better. 14.
All right. No one appears to be falling. In this tavern, in the cliff.
He's like, no one was following you. So.
I rolled a 1
Hey,
and a 4.
you never know. The curtains are open on the side that looks out upon Crab Bay. You can see the ocean in the distance, as it is a pretty clear night, and the moonlight kind of lights up this small tavern. There's a few people in here, maybe like 10, 12.
Barney.
What's up, man?
Sorry, I didn't think I'd be back this soon.
Regular.
Unfortunately,
You hold in here before.
this is where Oman was.
Come here to bug me again?
A little bit, but I think that's your job, yes.
I don't think so. I think I'm a bartender.
Well, that's part of the job.
Getting bugged?
Yes.
I didn't sign up for that.
We,
What do you want?
Did you already move back up?
Listen. I mean, no. I mean, kind of. Yeah. I mean, it's always been my
I know.
room. But you want to go back up there?
I slide 3 gold over the counter.
Can I order the treasure chest?
What are you looking for this time? I thought you guys already did it.
A place to sleep.
Oh. You want to sleep? My dead friend just died.
You were going to.
I was gonna wait. Have a priest come and pray over.
She is
Well,
a
I'm a
priest.
cleric.
To who?
Does not matter.
It really does. Yeah, because what if you're like a priestess to the death goddess or something?
Wouldn't that be the most appropriate? To
No, then you're gonna pray death over the room. There's
Why
already
would I do
That's just
that?
standard.
the spirit of death.
That's
I
stupid.
need like
Barney, let
Goddess
me ask you something. You realize that the death goddess is probably the last goddess to wish wraiths and undeath upon you because they are selfish and want to take the souls that they.
There's a
death
I'm not scared of wraiths. I don't even know what that word means. I mean, I do, but what even is that? I'm
Like a
scared
ghost.
of dying.
That's not what the death goddess is.
Who's the death goddess again, real quick? Lipa? Oh.
Pretty sure that the death goddess is a goddess of death. I mean, that's what it makes sense to me. Like
I don't think it matters.
the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
It really does.
Is that the Grim?
He's giving you gold.
Fair assumption.
I mean, if
Alright,
you don't
fine.
want us up there, do you have?
Alright, fine. I mean, yeah, that's fine. 3 gold. I've had it.
Thank you.
Only tonight.
That's fine.
Boy, me.
Don't trash the place.
No connection with that scoundrel in death.
Do you need drinks or anything? Food?
Food.
Gotcha.
Here you have good here.
Go into the room.
You guys go up.
I'll set the alarm spell at the bottom of the secret entrance so that if someone were to come in, there'd be time for getting to the door up there.
So you guys walk up the stairs, go through the door. There's this
Let's
little
go.
I'm pretty sure Levi opened it slowly for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. He just did it every time. I would
Probably is trapped.
just be careful.
Blow him up.
That is literally the angry emo.
This is how we beat you.
I just like how the doorknob and just.
Can I examine the door to see what trap it could be connected to? After we go in?
Yeah, sure.
All right, enough with the sound. Enough with the sound.
Investigation check.
No more.
17.
Okay.
You're good.
17.
You look around. There seems to be like a string attached to it. Just going into the stone. You can't see what.
Okay.
It's a TNT trap. It's a sand trap. You get trapped under the sand.
The floor falls out.
Once we get in there, I'm going to bring out some ritual components and start ritual casting.
That's true. No connection with that scoundrel in
Brother? My brother in Christ.
Estrella.
What did you just call me?
It's purposeful.
Oh. That makes it even worse.
In game.
Yeah.
You both lost. You both appeared to me. This was great.
Estrella?
Your connection with that scoundrel Ted is becoming tedious.
Okay. First of all, put some respect on my goddess's name.
No.
She has done nothing wrong to me. You have no idea of what the display was. I said to me, brother.
Didn't she kill your friend?
No, we don't know that. That could have been a trick. Just because someone says it's a sacrifice to a god does not mean it is a real sacrifice.
That's what declares a sacrifice to a god.
They are all liars. They kidnapped us. That does not mean it's a real... Oh, you all infuriate me. I've been violated. I've been stripped of my clothing. I was forced to fight. Now Levi's trying to be killed, and now you're questioning my goddess. Will you just get off my back?
No.
Gods.
Do you want me to heal you or not? Because if I can be stripped of everything I'm worth, do you want that?
You were born of the stars, Australia.
I don't have anything other than Lipa. There's nothing for me. I prayed to Skev. He did nothing. When I was cut and bruised and beaten, who reached out to me? Lipa. She gave me my powers. She protected me. Skev did nothing.
Skev is very particular with who he chooses.
You have no idea what I've been through. She's the only one that has truly been there to help me for what anything is worth. I will not betray the goddess that saved my life.
Well, we have two very different experiences with these gods.
Clearly.
Hey, everything good up there?
Domestic fight. We'll get over it.
Yeah. That comes up. Yeah, just make sure everything's okay. Alright. That's, sandwiches.
We appreciate it.
I love this guy. When he
A
leaves,
little broiled. Some French bread with turkey, cheese.
That's very nice.
Thank you.
Hope everything's all good.
when mom and dad are fighting. when he leaves and shuts the door, I was kind of in the process of just like drawing some lines and stuff. Just gonna be like, Kieran, Val, I understand the perspective you guys bring. I am not a huge perpetrator of the gods myself, but don't be so simple-minded to think that a god of death is some evil creature. I'm not saying that the gods are great, but there's a reason why there are gods and demons. Death is not a thing of evil in and of itself. It's a natural part of life. Without death, you couldn't have life because there would be no life to have. But that being said, I understand your dismay with what happened. I wish Ren was still here as well, but the point Estrella is making is that there's no proof that Lipa was asking for that sacrifice. People can take many things out of context and use names with whatever freedom their speech gives them, and it does not mean that the actions of their doing represent the will of the person they're doing them for deities and for mortals. So before we go slandering people, let's understand that we are individuals, yes. I hate Skev with a passion. I used to serve him. And the gods are, in my opinion, a selfish group of beings, but they do grant boons and they do grant blessings and they do care for their select few. So.
I only say because for the past 700 years I worked under Lipa.
You said you worked or you lived?
Worked.
Oh, okay. And by work, what do you mean?
Well, I was a reaper of sorts. If you think about it, 700 years, thousands of lives, all under one name.
And was that a directive from
Yes,
this woman? Well,
I collected sacrifices.
very good. You have your experience.
Yes, and so I know that that pillar was very directed.
Fantastic.
That's why I only say that when you make a sacrifice, it's who you put the name under that makes it the sacrifice for the person. There's no label.
So you're telling me if you made a sacrifice to me, that
I
would be
sacrificed
my
to you.
request?
No. But I made a sacrifice to you.
So then why is it my fault if you make a sacrifice to me?
I never said it was your fault. I never said it was her fault.
But you're saying it's Lipus.
It is Lipa's fault.
I did not understand your logic, Kieran. You are typically a very logical individual. So I'm not trying to ignore you, but you just said if you make a sacrifice to me,
Yes.
it's not my fault.
Yes.
So why if you make a sacrifice to Lipa, it's her fault?
Because she knows about it.
Does she always?
Yes. She's God.
That's not how gods work. Gods are not omniscient.
Gods are literally omniscient. Wait, hold on. Sorry, it's that character. Wait.
God is omniscient.
Holy Bible, Jesus.
God's
Jesus,
omniscient.
God the Father is omniscient.
From what you know, when you use a god or goddess's name, especially a powerful one, they are able to be aware of
Yes.
what's happening.
When you say a name of a god, they are there.
Oh, I'm not saying that doesn't get heard. What I'm saying is that gods do not know everything and are not all present everywhere.
Let me clarify. When you announce the sacrificial name, they are aware of the sacrifice.
I see.
Did you ask your god to stop it?
Yes, I did.
And she did. Here's your answer.
Gods don't answer every prayer.
Oh, but they hear them all.
And I said they are very selective.
I think we all need rest. I'm not trying to make enemies with anyone. You worship your God as much as you want. I didn't know that fella, so I don't know what you guys are going through with that.
No.
The little guy.
The proper way to react to your character. I didn't know that.
Babe almost pissed on his own funeral.
Really did.
Like,
So real.
So great, dude.
But I think we should all rest and come at this with fresh minds if the conversation even needs to happen. It's none of my business, the relationship between you and your goddess.
Why am I the monster when there are so many people here who have such dark pasts and who do such insane things? Why am I the one that gets singled out?
I don't think anyone's making you the monster. We're drawing a parallel between the god you sent praise to and the god that licked up that guy.
that's insane.
Fire licked him up. Like,
I tracked it.
I tracked.
I did too, but
It was nice.
Dude, there wasn't even
Kenny had
bones.
siblings.
He got licked off.
Single feather. Single feather.
ashes,
that was
bro.
a great use, but
But I'm actually going to put that in my inventory. Ren's feather.
Oh.
That's gotta be a magic item.
Maybe in 8,000
You can give it to
years.
someone and they will believe
It
whatever
just
you
stinks
say.
constantly.
Actually, rumor has it Ren will grow back from that.
Perpetual state.
Wait, it doesn't hurt.
In 1,000 years, Ren will have regrown from that feather.
I'm gonna finish my ritual over the course of an hour.
Okay.
And then after that, I'll stay up for 30 minutes to short rest before I go to sleep.
Alright.
And then we take watches tonight, even though we have solitude. I'll go first. Who should I wake?
I'll take a second.
I guess I can take a third watch.
Alright.
I'm
Really
gonna try to
quick.
find anywhere, like any corner of, because they're like 2 rooms, like an office space.
There's like a little curtain in between a kind of a library and then like a bedroom.
You got it.
I'll go to the bedroom.
Really quick before.
Oh wait, no, there's only one lady here. I wouldn't go to the bedroom. I'd go to the corner of the living room.
There's like seats, there's cushions there.
Yeah.
I would want to look through the house for anything that is like brown of substance, like a dye or like
There's ink at
coffee grounds. Something that would like, if I mixed with like water, would stain my skin.
Can I see you looking for that?
I mean, I'm not like subtle about it. You wouldn't necessarily know what I'm looking for, but I'm not subtle about it.
What are you looking for?
Well, the description, I covered the hair thing. I'm still getting used to this color, but the description out has, you know, white hair, fair skin.
That's something I would have in a disguise kit, right? Yeah. I'll just pop out my disguise kit. Well, I got something that I can get that covered if you want.
I just need to stain my skin darker so I don't attract any attention.
Yeah, well, this will do the trick.
Go for it.
Rip that with my skin.
Sure. I help her apply it and have darker skin.
Alright. Yavik, as you walk home with Dirty Sam, anything important that you want to talk about? Important?
Important.
Emphasis on-
Where am I?
Dirty Sam, you and I were left by the rest of the party to go get good rest.
Interesting. You have ale.
I will buy you around, my friend.
Perfect.
It's been
Go for gifts
a
first.
long day.
Or forget.
Let's go.
Alright.
I'm thirsty. When I get thirsty, I get thirsty.
I know, Dirty Sam. Tell me.
Set up to the bar. River's over there. She's cute.
Yeah, I know she is.
She's like a button on a vest.
Yeah. She was like a button on the vest. You know,
Say that to Danny.
yes.
She's like a gold ring at a wedding.
She has kind of an odd
Committed? And not on the
move
menu?
to her. I don't know how to place it.
She's like a sweet smell in the swamp.
Yeah, no, not really. But you know,
She's like a
yeah, okay.
she's like a lily pad in a pond.
This guy's obsessed. Or in a river.
Is that why you're always in the bar, just kind of staring?
What else would I look at? The men?
That's so real.
I guess that's a valid point, my friend.
When you go to a cathedral, you don't stare at the Pope. You stare at the stained glass. It's beautiful.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
You know the cathedral in the Gleaming District?
Yeah.
There's that ugly preacher.
Yeah. The old one.
The stained glass that they
The
got.
short old one.
Yeah. But the stained glass they got a whole stained glass of
I thought he went
Grey
to
Ort and the
prison.
Harbinger. That's a beautiful piece.
I thought he went to prison. Prison?
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah.
I think his name was Dirty Alvin.
Yeah.
Dirty elephant.
But he didn't have the dirty part originally.
He got that after he went to prison.
Yeah, he was Preacher Alvin originally.
I'm dirty because of different reasons.
Yeah. I know. I know dirty stuff.
People just say I smell bad.
Yeah.
I don't smell it.
Yeah. Well, I do.
Hey, you think you could get River to come over here and talk to us?
Try.
Do you think she likes me?
This man needs some light in his life.
Not us.
You know, Dirty Sam, she likes a lot of things. You should try roses. She likes roses. Yeah. I gave her a rose once. A couple times, actually. Like, every time I perform so far.
So you're my competition.
No, my friend, I am not your competition.
Doesn't sound like it. You're giving her roses.
I give roses to a lot of people. You know what? Like, you get better tips when you give roses. You know that?
I bet when you walk into the bar, the first thing on your mind is walking up, right up to River and just staring at her sparkly eyes.
Oh, blazing eyes.
And but that's what you think about when you go to bed too.
No.
I bet you've written. How many songs have you written about her? Come on, be honest. Don't lie to me.
All right, I've written one song about River.
That's a lie. I know you've written more than one song about her.
The pitch that this man has reached.
Only one song, my friend. I promise you that.
If I was you, I'd write a million songs.
Yeah, I know you would. Now, I had a question for you before you fall asleep.
Bro's gone.
After hitting that note.
What was that?
I had a question for you. You know, we were down in the underground area, part of the city.
Underground? What are you, a miner?
And,
What's it to you?
we got drugged.
Right.
Party and I. And, you know, I've been doing a lot of reading. I do a lot of history, you know. And you know where I'm from and stuff, so I've been knowing a lot of people. But there's this guy there named the Raven.
You got a brother? Oh, no. That's just you. Never mind. Sorry, what was that? I didn't catch that. You were
The
where?
Raven? Is that
You were
Raven?
underground in the coffin?
We got drugged. I woke up, I was in this cell, and you know how I don't like violence and all that.
No, you don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Yeah, I just like writing my songs. And so then there was this sacrifice. They burned this bird alive. It was kind of crazy. And then,
Sacrifice?
yeah, it was wild. And then after that,
Sacrifice? What kind of bird? A dove?
no, it was a living bird, a talking bird.
Oh, you're the guy that was here. Talking bird.
Sunny, bro.
So base. Running around talking.
That's the one.
Who sacrificed him?
They burned him alive. They crisped him like
He got
chicken.
burned alive? I met him 2 days ago. 3 days ago.
The city moves fast, my friend.
Moves fast. What happened to Sonny?
Not Sunny.
You know, I think the Raven said something about Sonny that was different. He said like he took him to a nice side of a different city. It was good. Anyways, so, do you know anything about the Raven?
A raven? I've seen a raven before.
Yeah.
The bird?
No, the person.
Like your friend, the person, the raven?
No. That one died. This guy there was like a guy in the arena. He was talking into a rock, and he was like, you guys are gonna fight these orcs, and we were like, hell no, we aren't.
What?
Yeah, and then these 3 orcs.
No images are coming to my mind.
And then there was like 4 orcs, and they like came out of the ground, and they were all like screaming and spitting and stuff. And people were like swaving their swords. This one guy like beamed lightning on this guy. It's crazy. One of them like ripped him straight in half.
Lost me.
Anyways, the orcs died. And
What are you asking? What do you want from me?
I don't know, bro. Look, I've never been down to the underground like that. I mean, I've read books. I've read a lot of books. You know how many books I've read.
I've been underground before, and I don't think what you're talking about is underground the city. That sounds like hell.
Kind of
You
felt
said there
like
were orcs fighting and people casting lightning and your bird got sacrificed. That sounds like you were in the inferno.
you know. I gotta admit,
It sounds like you were in the sorry nine planes.
I thought the bird was really interesting, but it wasn't really my bird. I just want to cover that.
All right.
Yeah, but the orcs were terrifying, and there was boiling water afterwards. It felt like a nightmare.
That sounds a lot like hell.
Yeah.
Sounds exactly how I imagined hell to be.
Yeah, it kind of was. There was these like people who didn't have weapons, and they just got murdered. I mean,
That sounds like hell.
there was like thousands of people in the audience just cheering.
Demons.
And I tried to play like my flute.
But you had a vision from maybe a god. But if you don't turn your ways, you might. I had the same vision a couple years back. And I didn't do anything different. Nothing bad's happened to me other than Sonny dying. But I'm over that now.
I'm over that.
Isn't it yourself?
Well, when something bad happens and you don't know what happened, you go through this long period of being all sad. And when you finally figure out what happens, you don't need to be sad anymore. Because you've already been sad. So I'm done being sad.
You know, you should really read Adrillian's poems. Book of
I should do
poems.
what to him?
You should read.
That's where you got me wrong. What?
You should
That's where you got me wrong.
You should read a Drillion's
What is
poem.
that? Read?
Yeah, you know, like I'm always over here with my books reading.
Like letters?
Kind of like this one's like a lot of letters and like
Like when they say what's on the front of the beer can?
yeah, kind of like that. Except it's like more elegant.
in this world.
You know, so like it says like a fresh river stream is like life to
just
the burning
talking.
bones. No,
Just
it's a poem, my friend. That's beauty.
I don't know how to read.
That's a shame. Everyone should know how to read. Dirty Sam, I desperately need some sleep.
Go to bed.
I'm going to, my friend. I just
That's what I do whenever I need to sleep. I just go to bed.
Yeah. Felt like I need to make sure you were okay and give you wish you good night.
Fine.
Yeah. Well, earlier you were kind of like breaking down about your lost son.
It's because I just figured out my son died.
Well, he's been gone for like 10 years.
You never know.
Well, when I saw that bird getting sacrificed on that pillar, I pretty much knew.
Pretty much knew it.
Yeah, well, life comes at you pretty fast.
Yeah, it does.
One day you look and your bird's being burnt to crisp. Next day you look and
That's how we all felt
your
about
son's
it.
gone.
Yeah, he wasn't really my bird. I just gotta clarify that.
I bet 3 days from now this town will get burnt down.
Probably. You know,
He's the prophet.
He is coming.
those blue guys that came in with the cloaks, you know anything about them?
I watched them.
Yeah, you always be looking at people, but did you notice anything?
Yeah, the tall one with the blonde hair. Looked real good looking.
Okay.
It's kind of scary though.
Yeah.
His eyes were darting across. He looked at me and I almost peed my pants.
Yeah. Wait, I thought you were upstairs though.
You told me to came down and look.
Oh, you
That
mean
is canon.
afterwards?
That is canon.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
after I
While
was
he
up
was
in the
crying
room.
through his tears.
Yeah. All right. Well.
You watched them through
And then I
his
tried to
tears.
shoot my shot with River and that didn't go well.
Yeah. That's your 5th time this week, huh?
Wish me luck. You should go to bed now.
All right, my friend. Well.
I'll be here.
Yeah. Something just doesn't feel right about this town right now. Can't place it. I got this crew that I've
We're
been
going through a
following.
recession.
Well, we've been in a recession for the last 100 years. But I got this crew that I've been traveling with. They're interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, they are.
Traveling for 5 hours.
Yeah. I've been following them around and already we got abducted. Somebody got burnt to a crisp. I watched 6 people die in an arena that apparently that didn't matter to them because they all just kind of walked away and let their bodies float away in boiling water. And then we went up this pillar and then there was
Holy hell, that doesn't sound good at all.
it was wild. Then there was this pillar. We came down. We talked to this bird. It was crazy. Nobody questioned it. They all just kind of were like, okay. They were all wearing nothing, cloths.
Hey, I was not chill.
Then they all just scruffed through all this gear. None of them questioned is there anything else here that's nice? Should I stay for a while? Then they just walked through a portal, which was cool. I was writing everything down while I was going, making a song. Came back here and I thought we were gonna chill for the night. And then these blue guys came in. One of them started freaking out. He ran upstairs. That's when you were sleeping in the room or something. I don't even know what you were doing.
Hey, I'm here.
Anyways, man, you get the idea. Then they killed a bunch of people in the alley. I got interrogated by a captain of the guard, Mr. Darcy or something like that.
I got 4 hands.
All right, my friend.
Who is that? That you, Sonny?
Yep, that's me. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Oh, it's just you, young.
River, can I get a room 23?
Well, have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, Dirty Sam.
I'll be here.
All right, you have a good night, my friend. River, can I get room 23?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Fine, good night's sleep.
All right.
Finally, three of you. As you end in an alleyway near that, across from that original bar. What are you guys doing? What's your plan?
Alright. I'm thinking I'll walk in. A smooth talk, some people. And just let people know, hey, I'm a friend of Tamara's looking for it. Just make it public. And see if somebody approaches me. It's like, friend of Tamara's, huh? You know, pull a knife on me. Gets real tense, right? So I walk it back. It's like, hey, I know her.
I'm sorry, is this what's going to happen?
That's my plan.
I'll make sure to stay close by, just in case. I got you.
Unless you have anything.
You know how good she is with people.
You honestly, for some reason, look charming. So maybe it might work. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a really good plan.
What?
It's a really good plan, yeah.
I'm gonna look around and see where this voice is coming from.
You guys are kind of right next. You guys are looking across, and there's an alley next to you.
What's your name?
Yeah, what's up?
This kid walks around the corner. Brown hair. Looks pretty young. Really good plan, yeah.
What's up, kid?
Only problem is they'll probably knife you.
Not if knife him first.
What you really want to do is just go right to what you say her name was?
Tamara?
Tamara, yeah. You just want to go to her house.
You know Tamara?
Yeah, of course I do.
You want a knife?
Yeah.
Did you just offer a kid a knife?
What's it knife? That's crazy. Who is Tamara?
Oh, that's a good plan, but why would I do that?
Because I gave you a knife.
Yeah, that's a cool trinket, but
Here, I hand him 10 silver.
Kid, we gave you a lot.
You know how much I can feed you here?
you're a broke lady. A lot? There's a lot to you.
What's
He
your
gave you a
name, dude?
knife.
Change.
Throw another gold.
Here you go. For each person I'm leading.
To Tamara's house.
To Tamara's house.
Immediately.
Right away.
What's your name? You know what?
Swindler.
Right this way?
Yeah.
He kind of just skips through the alleyway.
With a knife.
Off to Tomato's house. Tomato's house.
Tomato?
As this child skips into the alleyway.
That's cool. He's fine.
We're cooked.
That's where we'll end the session.
We're cooked.
Thank you
He's about to transfer
for
into some
watching. It
old
was
stuff.
super fun.
Actually. Wow.
There was tense moments. There
I got
was
screamed at.
laughing moments.
Yeah.
And there was some crazy moments. But we had a lot of fun. So we'll see you next time, session 14. Thanks for watching.